We're back. We back. Oh hey, my pet's still here. I was doing a little pre-stream grind. Just a little bit, right? Because it's relaxing, right? It gets me in the mode. So I had my pet out, and it's still out. That's awesome. That's my last rabbit pet. I'm down to curry or carry after that one. But yeah, here we are. We are in the sanctuary of Zeta, right up here at the border to Romave, which I've never been there. What's over here? It looks really impressive. But what is this exactly? I just sort of soloed my way up here fighting stuff, so. Well, there's enemies right at the door. Level 63, so I don't want any of that. What's the map say? Ooh. Ooh. The map says that this is a really fucking complicated area. That's what the map says. Ooh, the Hall of the Gods is up there at the north end. I'm just kind of curious what's in here. I obviously can't fight anything, but so it looks like the immediate way to the Hall of the Gods. It looks like you can't really get there. Yeah, I guess you've got to go the long way if you want to get in there. That's fine, and I don't want to fight that, so let's just move on out. But cool looking area. It's made out of that what is it? Kermit. It's made out of Kermit the Frog. No, or Sermit. I'm not sure how it's supposed to be pronounced. It's either Kermit or Sermit. But it's the same stuff that the crag of Dem and Hala and all that, like all the teleport crags. It's the same thing that's made out of, and the tower, Delkfoot's tower, same material. I assume there's some big story behind it all, but fuck if I've ever discovered that. So, yeah. Alright, so I guess one thing I could do is I could put up my flag and I could put my search comment to say that I'm looking for that Promethean, right? Because I think I have time to do it. I think I've got time to do it today. I don't know. Maybe. So I'll say Promethean Dem help. And Breastmaster, Beastmaster. There we go. So now my search info will say that I'm looking for that and that I'm a Beastmaster. In case I change my class, you know, just in case. Alright, so I am only like 300 EXP from leveling up, but then I need to get my safety EXP so that I don't de-level when I die. And I don't say if, I say when. Well, yes, I'll take Signet. So yeah, Sandoria controls this region right now. That's really convenient, really good for me. Oh, sorry, brief coughing fit. I have that mute button on tap now. Still just, you know, It is still summer, even if it's cooling down a bit here. And the allergies are still in full effect. Unfortunate. But anyway, the thing that I'm killing now for EXP, my go-to is these Master Coeurls. Yeah, they're like around, I don't know, I want to say like between 45 and 48 is their level range, somewhere around there. So they're, like, I could conceivably farm these things all the way to level 60. Conceivably. Yoink. So, there's a reason why I chose these enemies in particular to fight. They drop some good shit that sells for nice money, and, you know, I always roll with that thief sub-job, right? Because, well, I like money. But yeah, these things, okay, so here's my inventory. I've been farming for a bit, like, since yesterday. I just, you know, I log in every now and then, and, you know, hey, like, kill things for about a half hour or so, half hour to an hour, while I'm doing something else. And it adds up really quickly. I'm also using my EXP ring, so the EXP goes fast, too. But I've got lightning crystals, which sells okay. They sell for over 1,000. The price has gone down some. The main thing is this Coeurl meat. This stuff sells very nicely. It's somewhere in the range of 5,000 gil for each stack. So that's what, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,000 gil. So that's about 25,000 gil I'm sitting on. I got an Absorb Vitality scroll from a skeleton. That's probably not worth very much. But we'll see, we'll see. I have 11 Coeurl hides. I need one more and then I'll have a stack. And Coeurl hides sell for like 20k a stack. The Coeurl whiskers sell for, I believe, around 12k, something like that, a stack. So I'm sitting on quite a bit of gil just killing these giant cats. It's turning out to be rather profitable, even though that's not really the reason I'm here. Like, the reason I'm here is to just get EXP to level up. Like, I'm just EXP grinding, but the thing is I try to go for enemies that will also be profitable too. Whenever possible, right? Because I look at it like this, right? One of the biggest hassles in this game is grinding out gil. For one reason or another, you're gonna need gil eventually for something, and then you're gonna have to grind it out. And nobody likes, well, I mean, I don't know, I kinda like gil grinding. Every now and then gil grinding is fun, but when you absolutely need money now, that's when it's not fun, because then the pressure is on, and you're like, oh, I need this, I need to grind out 100,000 gil or whatever. Oh man, what a hassle. You don't want to be in that situation. You want to just have the money on hand, right? So by leveling up the way that I am, I'm minimally investing in my character, and I'm fighting enemies that, you know, they drop decent loot. I have Thief as my sub-job, so I make money as I get EXP. For a lot of classes in this game, you will lose money as you level up, because, you know, you gotta buy new equipment, you know, new armor, new weapons, maybe you need some consumables, ninja powders, ammo, whatever. There's a lot of classes in the game that, as they level up, they just bleed money. But Beastmaster is it's always been the opposite. As you level up, you don't really have to invest that much in your character. There's a bare minimum you have to invest, but beyond that, it's all just sort of, you know, put into it what you want, right? And when you're actively leveling, I mean, the only thing I have to really spend money on is these jug pets, and the jug pets are pretty cheap. There's really expensive ones, but I'm not buying the expensive ones. I'm buying the dirt cheap ones. So I have minimal costs for just playing the game. And yeah, I'm fighting enemies that they drop decent loot that I can sell for quite a bit. Like they'll be worth my time. Oh hey, there we go. Nice. Nice. So, okay, rip the band-aid off. How much to level up this time? Next level 16,400. Wait, it was only 16,200 for the last level, right? Like, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I believe that my last level was only 16,200, or was it 15,000? I'm trying to think, was it? Maybe it was 15,200. I don't know, it doesn't feel like the number's gone up all that much. I was expecting more like 17,000, but I'll take it. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. So if I don't want to D-level when I die, I need to get 1,640 EXP. Yeah, 1,640. So anything less than that, oh, there goes my pet. Yeah, anything less than that, and if I die, I risk the old D-level. Alright, let's try out Courier Carry. The crab, I don't know, the crab is fine. Like, a lot of people shit on anything that isn't the sheep pet, but honestly, they're all fine. It's, I think the thing is, though, the crab pet, it has really good defense and all that, but its offense is a little bit lacking. But its defense is really high, so it doesn't, like, it won't die easy. Which really, I mean, that's what you want. Also, it deals pretty good damage still. Like, that big scissors did 230 damage. That is, like, yeah, these weapon attacks, or special attacks, they're, I mean, they're more or less the same as the rabbit. More or less. I'd say its auto attacks do maybe a little less damage, but I'm not sure. It's unclear. Oh, I might end up fighting two Corals at the same time here. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, hold up. Let me, prepare your body for big damage. $176. 296. It feels good to lay down over 400 damage in like a second. That feels really good. And I know for a fact that, like, look, as a Beastmaster, my damage isn't the best, right? Could be worse, but it's not the best. I know that a thief, right, like a similar leveled thief, could probably sneak attack an enemy for like 1,000 damage, right? At my level, I'm pretty sure. It's fine. I feel good dealing the damage that I deal. It feels good. And I know with better gear and all that, like, yeah, I could probably be doing twice the damage, but it's fine. It's fine. Personal milestones. Oh, it's got full readiness. I'm still really nervous about whatever changes they have in mind for Beastmaster. Like, I really hope they don't fuck it up. I really hope. Also, in addition to getting, you know, my safety EXP, I want to get one more coral hide, because then I can sell them as a stack. The thing is, coral hides are kind of rare. Kind of. The only common drop from corals is the meat. The meat drops like they're like piñatas. You bust them open and they're just full of meat. Which I guess is pretty accurate both metaphorically and literally. But when it comes to the hides and the whiskers, that is a very rare drop. You can kill several of these things and not get a single hide or a single whisker. The whiskers, though, I find are a little easier to get just because they're the steal item. So whenever you steal, there's a chance you'll get a whisker. So if you steal every 5 minutes, and hell, if even half of your steal attempts are successful, you can build up your stacks of whiskers slowly, just stealing. And I've done that before. Just get a stack of whiskers only from stealing. That does work. And another reason to go thief when you're just out soloing. But the hides are kind of rough. Also, that was a 317 damage big scissors. God damn. Okay, actually, courier carry over here. You know, I was wrong in my assumption that this thing, it's less physical, but you know, it's more tanky. Oh, it's definitely more tanky. Definitely. But no, it also hits like a fucking truck. Like, courier carry is dealing way more damage than my rabbit was. Now, there are some drawbacks to courier carry, though. Like, the pet only lasts for a half hour. It's only a half-hour pet, which is not great. And it's extra not great because the fish oil you need to summon the pet, that fish oil costs like 6,000. Okay, sometimes I'd say 6,000 is the high end. It's like between 4,000 and 6,000. To summon the rabbit, it's only maybe 3,000 to 4,000. So the rabbit is cheaper than the crab, but yeah, the crab is it's a lot more effective, honestly. But I don't know that I want to spend the money on the crab pet every time. Not sure I'd want to do that. I know, I'm a penny pincher. I squeeze every gill to try to get more out of it. I'll admit it. Ooh, got another whisker. I'm getting very lucky on my steal attempts. But I still, yeah, I might actually get a second stack of whiskers before I get a stack of hides. That'd be kind of hilarious, honestly. But yeah, that's our goal for right now. Like until people come in here and we get some chatter going, some discussion, all that. I'm just gonna grind, and my goal for that grind is get safety EXP. And to kind of complete my stacks of items for the auction house. Oh, my inventory is getting a little... I can get rid of the Batwing. I'm not even sure why I have a Batwing. And the bone chips, they're not worth anything. The wolf hides, they're not worth a lot. There's a lot of items I could just toss if I need space, but it's fine. I'll use my meat myth kebab. It's +5 strength. Which, I wonder, can you see like a physical difference in my damage? So I'm hitting for 68, 71, 80. And then I popped the myth kebab, and now I'm doing 109, 119. Yeah, that actually boosted my damage a lot. So I was hitting for like 60 to 80, and then I popped the myth kebab, and now I'm hitting for like 80 to 110-ish. So that's quite a damage increase. Like that's not minor. That's man, food really makes a difference in this game. That's why I love it. And the great thing is, those meat myth kebabs they are really cheap. Like, I think I paid like maybe 2K for a full stack of them. Like, they're cheap enough that I could just buy them and just burn them. Just use them whenever, right? I really should macro my pet abilities, but I'm so terribly lazy about that. Alright, let's see how a good big hit works with now that I'm powered up with meat myth kebabs. That was a 3000 TP attack, and I just missed it. I'm sure if I hadn't missed, that would have been just unholy levels of damage. I'm sure, right? But I dropped. Look, I had like a big bouncy ball in my hands, and I just fumbled and dropped it. Oh hey, I got that extra hide. Okay, so I now have a full stack of hides. I mean, I'm only 5 away from a stack of whiskers, but that stack of whiskers can take a while. It can take a little bit. I am only 3 meat away from a full stack of meat, so I guess I'll at least kill things till I get a full stack of meat. I'd say that's something I can do. Oh yeah, I kind of figured I was gonna get attacked from behind on that one, but it's okay. It's okay. God, that crab does so much damage. I should have been using courier carry all along. Now, the one that I see people use a lot of people I see, like at my level, and really any level, they use the sheep pet, either the generic or the like when you're in the higher levels, they use the high quality named sheep. But people really like the sheep pet, and I'm not exactly sure why. I've used the sheep pet before, and I don't know, I never really noticed that it was particularly stronger than any of the other pets. Like, if it is stronger, I just didn't notice it. Oh god, 289 damage. Feels very nice. Need about 700 more EXP, and then my safety EXP quota will be filled. Alright, so resting up. Now the only thing I don't like about courier carry is, so, okay, to compare, the rabbit pet lasts for 90 minutes, so an hour and a half. Courier carry only lasts for 30 minutes, so 30 minutes and this pet's gone. So the problem with this is that you burn through a stack of courier carry twice, like not even twice, 3 times, right? 3 times as fast as you burn through the rabbit pet. And the crab is much more expensive than the rabbit. So, I mean, I guess the real answer here is this is why you need to level up your cooking skill, right? If you're a Beastmaster main, you should probably be a chef too. Because then I could just make my own. And the actual ingredients in this pet are not very, they're not very expensive. They're really not. But I think the reason why it costs so much is because it's a high quality thing. So you need really high skill to reliably HQ it, and if you don't HQ it, then you just get the generic pet that sells for barely anything. So I guess people sell it for a lot to kind of make up the cost difference, right? Although all you need is Bastor sardines, and you can fish up multiple stacks of sardines in a few minutes. It's not a problem. So I don't really know why it costs as much as it does. It just does. Don't worry about it. I think really that's the answer to most economical questions in Final Fantasy XI. If you ever find yourself wondering, like, why why does this item cost so goddamn much money? It's a common drop. Why, like, look, don't worry about it, alright? It just does. I still love, like, I love and hate that hair meat is worth, like, that hair meat is worth, like, 4 to 5K for a stack. That just blows my mind still. I can't get over that. That would be like, I don't know, if someone told you in Minecraft that, no, look, dude, dirt blocks, they're worth a whole, look, they're worth like a stack of diamonds, right? Each dirt block. And it would be like if everyone just went along with it, and somehow they turned dirt blocks into this, like, platinum currency, right? That's what it feels like. I feel like I'm on crazy pills. But yeah, hair meat, it's worth more than gold. Alright, yeah, still got a ways to go, and I'm not sure how much longer my EXP ring is gonna hold out. Not sure how much longer. God, I love that Vorpal scythe. Also, I'm getting very lucky on the whisker drops. Ooh, hey, another hide. Sweet. I can like any excess items that I get, I can just sell them as kind of individual loot drops. You know, I could, like, a single hide would still sell pretty well, even just on its own. But what I'll probably end up doing with things that I have a lot of, like the coral whiskers, if I don't manage to get a full stack by the time I'm done grinding here, if I don't manage that, what I'll do is I'll just hold on to it and put it in my storage or something, depending how tight my inventory is. I'll just put it in storage and then, you know, save it for the next trip out here, right? That's what I'll do. But my storage is pretty, like, that Mog satchel is almost completely full. My Mog wardrobe, almost completely full. The only thing that isn't completely full is my regular, the regular Moogle storage. Which, yes, I know, I still need to buy furniture so that I get more storage, but, yeah, that's, I'm finding my inventory is really a problem, and what I might need to do is make a second character, just to kind of shuffle some of my inventory off on. Like, the inventory that I don't actively use, and that I can trade. So, I guess consumables, right? Like, any consumables that I need, I might want to put those off on a second character, or maybe old items that I only use in very specific circumstances. But I think, yeah, I might need I might need to make a mule character just for that. Oh, I see it's almost nighttime. So nighttime things get a little tricky out here because of the undead that pop out, and there's a lot of them, and they all are very annoying to fight. But some of them have good items, so I guess that's a reason to stick around even when it's nighttime. Oh, I see that my EXP boost wore off. Ooh, so it's gonna take a little bit then. Gonna take a hot minute to get that safety EXP. This is fine. This is absolutely fine. So I'm trying to think when do the undead pop out? I think it's like 17. I think it's 17 the undead come out, but I'm not sure. I'm thinking if it's good or bad that I started up the stream at what is to me noon, which is like an hour. I used to start up my stream at like 1 o'clock for me, but I don't know, I wanted more grind time, right? So in a way it's good, I get the grinding out early. In another way it's bad because, well, oh, nobody's around. Or at least nobody's chatting. Right? Nobody's actively feeling chatty. But I do appreciate my grind time. I like my grind time. And honestly, if I can be totally honest, it's much more enjoyable to kind of grind and have a little something to do other than just Netflix and chill, right? It's nice to have something, to be doing something a little more active too while on the grind. Normally it's just sort of my time. I consider my grinding time to normally be when I don't know, hey, there's movies I want to catch up on. There's, I don't know, like some housework I want to do, like, you know, do the dishes while I'm fighting, because Beastmaster is just that laid back. Like that's kind of usually how I use the time. It's time to kind of do other things and also grind out EXP or money or both. There's a zen to it. I've said it before, but there's a certain zen to it. At the same time, it is nice to also be a little more active, you know, keep that brain going while you're doing it. It just depends on the mood, I guess. Oh, I see that undead over there. Oh yeah, the undead are oh boy, yeah, look at that. Oh, they're just everywhere. They're just everywhere. Can I sneak past this one? Probably not. No. I figured. Not that easy. So the problem with these hellhounds, they have a rot gas attack, and if you get hit with it, you just can't recover your health anymore. Or your MP for that matter, too. Very, very annoying attack. Oh hey, they're intimidated by the crab. That's nice. It's very nice. Alright, let's rest up the crab's HP and hope it doesn't unsummon on me. How long we been going here? I don't know, like looking at the clock, this crab might unsummon on me very soon, which would be unfortunate. So it might be pointless to rest its health up. We'll see. But I guess I need my health to get back up. That's not a waste. only need a few more enemies, and then I have my safety EXP. I am really close on those coral whiskers, but it gets harder to farm those at night. I did finish out that stack, so I've got a lot of gil in coral meat right now. You know, assuming that I can actually find someone to buy it all. We'll see. Alright, so I would prefer not to fight the doggo, but I might have to. Let's see. Okay, got past it. And there's another one right there. So the dogs aren't worth it, but the skeletons are, actually. They drop some good shit. Okay, I just want to pull it a little bit out here. Just pull it away. So the skeletons can drop a couple of different scrolls. The absorb scrolls I don't think are worth very much, but the stun scroll, that's worth good money right there. It's a very rare drop. Like I've killed a lot of these skeletons and I've only encountered that drop like once. But if you get it, it's like 20k, so it is worth it if you can get it, you know. And I'm killing these things anyway because they are actually decent EXP. They're level 50, so they have a chance to drop the 50 plus Beastman seals. Which, that is also a very rare drop. I don't know why everything, like, items that you need a lot of are intensely rare drops. Here we go, a Kindred Seal. So yeah, that's the advanced Beastman seal. And I don't want to fight that Hellhound. I don't want to fight him. But I'm in a bit of a bad spot here. I mean, I only need to kill one thing, right? One thing, and then I'm good to go. So I could just pull this coral away from the hound. Or I could try to sneak around it, too. Do that. Okay, yeah. I am still kind of shooting to fill out that stack of whiskers, but it's not... I know it's not gonna happen, but I can dream, right? Oh man, I'm actually dealing enough damage to pull aggro off of my pet. I love that. I mean, I don't love that because, you know, I don't want to die, but... But when I actually eat food, my scythe does enough damage that the enemies actually consider me a threat. Oh man. Unsuccessful steal. Lightning crystals have I got? I mean, look, I guess you can get kind of stuck in a loop of trying to fill out your stacks. You know, that is a bit of a trap you can get stuck in. Also, I don't know what that dude's doing, just kind of like stopping and resting every few few feet. What's going on there? So if this thing rot gasses me, then I'm just not gonna be able to do anything. At that point, I think I will have to return back to town. Just because I can't rest and I'm... Oh god, there comes the rot gas! Yep. Yep. Alright, but I have my safety XP, right? I do. The thing is, I can't rest now. And my pet can't rest either. Like, we're both low health, so I'm in a dangerous place here. So I think I have to go back to town. I don't think I have other options right now. Yeah, I guess. Okay, how many conquest points have I got? 27,500. Okay, I'll take the hit this time. Just this time, I'll take the hit. Warp me up. Well, wait a second. Look, I'm quite the miser, alright? Hold up. Maybe we don't have to warp back. The rot gas on me, it's only in effect for like, what? Maybe 2 minutes tops? I can wait that out. I think my pet's gonna unsummon... Yeah, there we go. The pet just unsummoned on me anyway, so... Okay, I got a fresh crab. Okay, we can work with this. I guess as long as I personally don't get hit too much, this will be fine. As long as I don't get hit and I don't go anywhere near undead enemies. Like, if I even look at an undead enemy, it's just gonna attack me because my health is so low. But corals, they don't have any sort of AoE damage attack, so... Yeah, as long as I don't pull aggro, I guess it's fine. Yeah, I got less than a minute, right? I can wait out the disease timer. Man, I will go to great lengths to not waste a warp scroll. The thing is, like, the crab pet, right? Yeah, I hate how much the crab pet costs, which isn't a lot. It's not an expensive pet, but it's still like 6,000 gil for a stack, right? I'd rather not use them if I don't have to, but what I hate even more is using up an instant warp scroll when you really don't have to. Like, I really shouldn't have to use a warp scroll in this era. Because those scrolls cost like 750 conquest points each. That's not terrible. In terms of EXP, that's like, if you earn 7,500 EXP, that's one scroll of instant warp. And that might sound like a lot of EXP, but especially at my level, that's really not. However, that is still quite a bit of grinding, you know, I am working towards buying some of the higher conquest point items, so I would really rather not I'd rather not waste the scrolls all the time. I used to do that. I used to just eat a warp scroll whenever I felt like it. I was very carefree with my usage of them, but that was before I really started seeing the value in conquest items. Like, they have a purpose, they have use. Alright, so tell the crab to rest. I will rest too. And then I think the plan of action, as much as I would love to fill out my whisker stack and all that, I'm gonna start working my way back to the outpost. So yeah, we're up here. I'm gonna start killing my way back to the outpost so that I can teleport home. And since Sandoria controls the region, it shouldn't cost too much to teleport out. And convenience of all conveniences, the Dragoon quest that I wanted to start and work on, that starts in Sandoria, so that works out. Like, that works out better than if I warped back to Juneau and then I had to outpost teleport back to Sandoria. It works out better than that. Also, I guess while I'm resting up my health and everything, quick hydration break. Delicious mineral water. Bubbles all the way down. Alright, health is almost back up. So I will say it'll be a lot easier to work my way back to the outpost when it's not nighttime. oh god. Yeah, see, there's so many hellhounds between here and the outpost, and if they rot gas me, then, you know, neither I nor my pet can heal. And that really sucks, so if possible, I would like to not fight these things. But I might have to. It's either that or I just sit around and wait until daytime, but that's gonna be like 5 more game hours, I think. 5 or 6. So I'd rather not do that. It's just gonna stay. Okay, hold up. Maybe I can slip. If I can slip past even 1 or 2 of them, that would be great. Wait, is this the... This is the wrong side. This is the wrong side. That would have taken me further north. Wrong way. Now, I will kill every Coeurl in my path, though. That I'll do it for free, because I want those whiskers. I want them whiskers. $324 damage Vorpal Sight. And we failed. Look, I will never stop attempting to get those whiskers. I'm not even sure what the whiskers are... Oh hey, we got one anyway. Well, I only need like 2 more, right? See, this is the trap. I only need 2 more whiskers. I mean, come on. What's a little more cat grinding? What's a little more? Alright, stealthed right past the skeletons and undead. Also, I do kind of wish there were normal, non-undead wolf enemies in the game. As far as I know, there are no normal wolf enemies in this game. Like, there is no non-undead wolf. They only come in undead form. Which is kind of weird, because, like... Well, don't you need, like... You know, you need, like, a living wolf to become an undead wolf, right? Like isn't that how that works? But... I guess not. I guess not. I guess it's fine. I don't know anything. I'm just a humble Pokemon master. I don't know anything. Also, as I kind of try to like weave between the undead enemies, it's making me think about some dumb Final Fantasy XIV things I've seen people say. But I guess, yeah, no one's being chatty, so I won't I'll try not to have hypothetical arguments with people that aren't here. But what I will say is that Final Fantasy XIV players, I have seen some people that are, I don't know, they don't, they don't seem to understand the concept of, like, stealthing past enemies. And this is specifically relating to Eureka in Final Fantasy XIV, which, Eureka, the whole thing is, it's supposed to be kind of like a throwback to Final Fantasy XI, and it kinda sorta manages to achieve that feeling, kinda sort of. I know I liked Eureka. I liked it. But I've seen so many players in 14 that they complain endlessly. They're like, oh man, I'm doing this level 5 quest I have to do in Eureka, but it's sending me to enemy, like, there's enemies guarding the location, and they're like level 8, and I can't win. Like, I give up. This too hard. I fed up with this world. Like they quit so easily, right? And it's like, they don't seem to understand the idea that you're not, like, you're not supposed to fight the enemies that are kind of wandering around near the quest location. You're not supposed to fight them. Like, you're supposed to sneak around them and you know, quickly snatch the item that you need and then get out of there. That's what you're supposed to do. Or you're supposed to go in with like a full group and do that, but you, like, those are your options. But they kind of like, they're just like, oh, that's too much work, I give up. I hate this is dumb. And it frustrates me. It's maddening to a degree. But again, I try not to shit talk too much on Final Fantasy XIV or people that really like it, but I feel like this is kind of an intersection point, right? Like this is where Final Fantasy XIV intersects with Final Fantasy XI in Eureka, and so it really, really frustrates me when people just don't quite get concepts that, like in this game, in 11, the idea of like, yeah, of course, you're gonna go, a quest is gonna send you to a dangerous location that you have no chance in hell of beating the enemies there. Yeah, you're supposed to stealth. You know, like, some enemies detect by sight, some by sound, and you have to figure that out and then navigate around them. And that's like such a basic concept that you will learn so quickly playing this game, and it'll become second nature to you. And yet it's something that a lot of Final Fantasy XIV players really struggle with, and I mean, I would love to help them, but the thing is, they don't really seem to want help. That's what I recall. I recall trying to desperately explain to people, like, okay, I hear ya, but here's what you can do to get around that problem, and it's, like, you could almost see the blank stare from the player, right? And then they just sort of dismiss that and go, this is dumb, I hate it. And then go back to doing whatever other thing they were doing. And few things in this world invoke the madness in me, but that's one of them. Oh hey, we got rot-gassed, but both I and my pet evaded it. Nice. Very nice. The undead enemies, they go away in like a little over 2 in-game hours, which is not long at all. So, you know what? I'm gonna kill these Coeurls, and by the time I do that, it'll be daytime, and I won't have to worry about all these dogs and skeletons anymore. And then it'll be a lot easier to get back to the outpost. Hold up, I wanna unload a 3,000. Hold up. Pop that myth kebab. I want to unload a massive weapon skill on this thing. Here we go. 325 damage. Feels very good. Oh, I can steal from this thing too. Failed. Oh no, paralyzed! The paralysis is actually pretty strong from these things. Like, the blaster attack, it very rarely actually lands, but when it does land, it is a very strong paralysis. Like, look at this, my pet is just standing there doing nothing for multiple turns. Look at all that. Paralyzed. It doesn't last long, that's the good thing. It's a very short-lived paralysis, but while it's short, it's potent. Very potent. Let me see if I can just get back here. It's kind of funny, in FF14 I always hated positionals, because I think in that game positionals just feel like they slow things down, but in this game I love positionals. Like, I actually enjoy playing Thief every now and then just because sneak attack is fun, and then when you get trick attack, oh man, it's actually really fun to line up, you know, the tank, the enemy, and then the off tank behind that. And then you kind of get to the very back and sneak attack, trick attack. It's actually really fun and satisfying. But yeah, in 14 I just had no patience for positionals at all. I absolutely hated the idea of it in that game. It's kind of weird how the same idea that... like, it's weird how similar ideas can work out very differently just depending on the presentation and the type of game you're playing. But I guess that makes a lot of sense, right? Like, you know, depending on the genre and also just the general layout of the game, the same system can feel really good or really bad. It just depends. I'm not sure I've ever seen the chaotic eye attack actually work. Like, a lot of the things these Coeurls do, they just sort of miss. Almost consistently, they just miss. Alright, well, nighttime is almost over. The undead they'll vanish pretty soon. And then I'll have a nice, easy shot back to the outpost. But also, I only need 2 more whiskers. Only 2 more. I do kind of really want to go for that. I think I'm still a bit hurting in the wallet because of the 50k that I spent doing Primivian Mia. And I still want to do Dem, too. And I know that'll cost me not as much. I think Dem is easier. But I'll still need to get, like, all the items, so it's still gonna hurt. And I'm kind of preemptively building my my cash up just, you know, to get over 700,000. So that when I spend the money on the items, it won't send me below 700 again. I know, I hit these weird mile markers, right? Like, oh, I got 700,000 gil. Now I need to never spend under that. Like, I set a goal for, okay, this is how much I'm gonna spend, so I need to get this much money over a certain amount. And if I go over 800k, then it's like, okay, we don't go under 800 now. And if I need to spend, I don't know, 100k, then, like, okay, let's build up to 900,000. And then you can spend down to 800, right? It's just... that's just how my brain works, and I try to not do it, but I can't not do it. That's the thing. Felt like there was a bit of a lag spike there. For a second, the buttons wasn't working. But we're good now. So, I don't know, part of me wants to complete that whisker collection, but part of me is like, no, we should really just get back to town, do that Dragoon quest, because, you know, we don't know how long we're gonna have today, right? So we want to do that quest. Don't want to just grind all the day, but then again, I'm also thinking, hey look, man, if I die, right? If I die, I lose 1,640 EXP. So, maybe it would be a good idea to get even more, like get 20% of my level, right? So I can die multiple times before I do that. These are the conflicting thoughts that race through my mind as I play Final Fantasy XI. Should be a Corolla right over here. Huh, nothing. There's usually a Corolla over there, but I guess maybe someone else already killed it. Yeah, there's usually another Corolla like right around here too, but that's gone also. So I think there might be someone else out here also farming Corollas. We'll see. If I see a thief running around, then I'll know. Which I don't know how, like, I don't know how much people that group up, people that do that weird partying up thing, I don't know how desirable this zone is for parties. I don't really know. And I'll be honest, I haven't seen a single party out here ever. Like, I've been in and out of this zone a couple of times, and I walk all over it while I'm killing Corals. I've never seen a party just hanging out killing things in here. Like, not once. Oh my god, we only need one more whisker. Okay, come on, we can do this. Is this the gambler's high? I don't know. I only need one more, right? It's one more whisker. Just one more. I know it's a rare drop, but like, come on, just one more. Maybe that next Coral will drop it, or maybe I'll get lucky on my next steal attempt and I'll get a whisker. I don't know. I love how it's just instant gambler's high, right? I went from, yeah, I'm only gonna go back to the outpost, just gonna kill Corals along the way, and then I find one more whisker, and it's like, oh come on, just one more, man, just one more hit, man. That's all I need. Just a lucky roll. That's it. Just one more. Okay, maybe two more. No, three more. No. Man, it's Final Fantasy XI. It gets you real bad. So there's no more Corals between here and the outpost. Maybe one more. I think there might be one or two more. But I mean, you know what I could do? I could buy a whisker. I could just buy a whisker off the auction house. And yeah, I lose the money on that, but then I sell it as a stack and I make money, right? That is a viable option, I guess. I'm gonna have to fight one or both of these. Yeah. Kind of figured there was no way out of that one. There's a... Oh my god! This is escalating very, very quickly. This is rapidly escalating here. I might have to warp out now just because things are getting out of hand. Let's see, the poacher was kind of low, right? No, none of them are low. Goddamn goblins. Goddamn goblins. Alright, we can do this. As long as there's another one like right over there. As long as a fourth goblin doesn't jump in for the party, I think I'll be okay. I did scissor guard with my crab, so it's got the defense to tank it out right now. Oh god, my health is low, actually. Like, my health is actually really low. It's the bomb toss, that's what's... The bomb toss is killing me. Oh god. Okay, now, from a nice, safe distance, tell it to do its scissor attack. Okay, I'm just gonna get far away from all of that. This area looks safe. Yeah, I'm just gonna let the pet deal with that. just let the pet handle it. Man, that... You know what? No matter where I go, whether it's Valkurm Dunes, or it's Lee Talor over here, this region, it's always goblins. It's always goblins that just fuck everything up. Alright, the crab was victorious. Well, now my crab needs to rest. There's still some things I'll have to fight to get out of here. But just goddamn. That said, it's a good thing I'm significantly higher level than the goblins. Otherwise, that could have gotten very messy. What's my EXP up to? 2,703. So, okay, if I need like 1,640 to not de-level. So that'd be like, what, 3,200? 3,280? Something like that is how much I would need to be safe for like 2 deaths. I think. Also, I want to share a quick dumb thing while I'm resting my health up. So, I hit this the last time, I forgot to mention it, but when I was doing the Primivian Mia, like the party, like the guy who was kind of organizing the party, he was saying like, okay, use your thing at, like, when the enemy's health is at, like, 60, 50, 40%, whatever. And I feel so dumb now, because I was like, is there, like, how do you see the percentage of an enemy's health? Like, how do you see that? I don't see that anywhere in the game. How do you tell? And I feel dumb, because it was pointed out to me that, like, with the Tea Party plugin, which I have it run, I've always had it going, right? Like, when I target my pet, and you see this 91 next to his name, and now it's 100, that's the percentage of health. And it's the same for enemies, too. That's their health percent. So I could always see their health percentage, but for some reason, I never put 2 and 2 together. For whatever reason, it just never occurred to me that the number next to the enemy's health bar when I target them is their percentage of health. For some reason, I thought it was their TP. I don't know why, but for some reason, it in my brain, it was like, oh, that's how much TP the enemy has. I think it's because I never really looked that hard at the number. Like, if you're fighting and you're looking at the number while you're fighting, you can see it go down as the enemy takes damage, and like, now it's obvious to me, but I don't know how it got stuck in my head that, no, that's TP. That's not health, that's TP. I think it's because it's to the left of the health bar, like the TP gauge. Like, the number next to my health bar, that's my TP. Oh god, no, my inventory's full! Oh. I gotta trash something, this goblin armor's worthless. God damn it, my inventory, my full inventory. That could have been the whisker I needed. It could have been, but no, full inventory. I don't think there's any more coeurls between here and the outpost. I think that was it. Yeah, pretty sure that was it. I mean, I could just look for more coeurls. I guess I could do that, right? Yeah, because now it's a straight shot to the outpost. I really want that whisker, though. I really, really want that coeurl whisker. I only need one, right? And if I might have gotten it if I'd stolen there, but my inventory was too full. What else can I get rid of? Like, what definitely won't sell for it? Oh, there goes my crab, my crab unsummoned. Then again, do I really want to go back through the minefield that is those goblins? Do I really want to do that? Not really. So, fine. For my own peace of mind, when I get back to town, I'll buy a whisker on the auction house, just so that I can make a full stack, and then I'll sell the full stack. I know that might sound a little counterproductive, but it's what I have to do. Alright? I'm not gonna sell 11 individual whiskers. That's gonna take, like, the time it takes me to do that, I could have been fighting things and making gil, right? So, not gonna worry about it. Clinked my bottle accidentally. Was grabbing some water. Alright, so let's teleport in. Only 350 gil. Okay, back to Sandoria. The big Oreo. So yeah, I got a lot of things to unload, both on the auction house and just to NPCs too. And then I guess I'll once I get my inventory sorted, I'm gonna change my sub job out to White Mage. Oh, I'm gonna need a pickaxe for this too, so I need to really get some things, get prepared, and then I'll do the Dragoon quest. I will admit I don't really have any interest in being a Dragoon. Like, not really any actual interest in it, but I don't know. Unlocking the class, it's a fun little quest. And who knows, maybe I will want to play Dragoon one day. Maybe one day I will enjoy Dragoon, but not today. I do like the idea of Dragoon. I like the dragon pet, right? The dragon pet is fun. I like the I mean, the spear as a weapon, that's fun. Although you don't have to use a spear. It's just their preferred weapon. I like the jumps. Like the Dragoon jump abilities are very fun. And actually practical here. You can actually use those to avoid damage if you time it really good. But I don't know, it's never... I don't know, maybe I've just never given Dragoon a fair chance, right? Well, let me take a look first off. So what do I need to do for this quest? So I'm gonna have to go over to the Maze of Shakrami, which, I killed things in there at like level 37? Like that's how I got 37 ninja. So I was fighting enemies lower level than like 35, so as a 58 character, probably nothing will aggro me. And if it does, I can just murder the hell out of it. So I'm thinking to go in with Black Mage as my sub so that I can just, you know, easily teleport out, right? So support job, Black Mage. Now the catch to that is, in order to teleport out, yeah, warp costs 100 MP. Okay, hold up. I need to get 100 MP. So I've got 76. So the silver hairpin, that would give me enough, I think. No, it will not. That gives me 91. I have a staff that'll give me like 6 more, but I'd still be short. It'd still be a little short. Huh. I guess I could get some MP earrings or something. I don't know. I could just, like... The thing is, I usually like to go White Mage as my sub job when I go for this kind of thing. Just in case I need to stealth, right? So I think I'll take the hit and I'll use a warp scroll. I'll take the hit on this one. Okay, so White Mage as my sub job. 29 White Mage. It's gonna be wild when I eventually... Like, yeah, the first 3 teleports are level 36, so... If I can ever get into the 70s, it's gonna be crazy when, as a sub job, I can teleport. Like that. Oh, that'd be great. Not really, there's not that many reasons why you'd want to do that, other than, I guess, helping people to do the Primivians, but, like, outside of that, there's not a whole lot of use in teleporting in that manner, but, I don't know, it'd be fun. Fun, that's all you need. Okay, so I don't need the, God, where is it? Yeah, I don't need the silver hairpin. Anything in my delivery box? Ooh, hey! What did I sell? Right, the hair meat from last time. Yeah, remember that hair meat? 8,600 gil total for a common level 1 item. Very nice. The capitalism is very strong in Final Fantasy XI. I appreciate it. Alright, so I got my White Mage sub. Yeah. Who knows if I'll need it or not. So now, let's go out to Port Sandoria, which is, I believe, where the Dragoon quest is, but also it's where the easiest auction house is. And I need access to that auction house. also just a quick look. I know it doesn't change the look too much, but I have glam, will use it, right? I like the look of the fisherman's gear. I know, right? This is fisherman's gear, but it looks cool. See, look at all these people wearing fisher gear. Alright, I don't have anything on the auction right now. So let's get rid of the big stuff first. So here's what a stack of coral whiskers goes for. Only 6K, huh? So individually, okay, huh? Only 3. I thought coral whiskers were worth a little more. I thought they were worth a bit more than that. But okay, well then it's not too much of a problem to just buy an extra. Here we go, coral whisker. So apparently they're only like 300 gil for an individual. Unable to buy for 300 gil. Huh. Well, okay, the last price I saw was 400, so I guess 400. Okay, but even at 400, let's like hold up a second. Can we math real quick? So if they sell for 300 to 400 each, let's take 400. So okay, so if I sold 12 of these, that would be 4,800 gil, right? So a full stack sells for 6,000 gil. So hold up a second. Then you're telling me that I could just buy, especially if I could get them for like 300 each, like I could buy a full stack individually for between 3,600 to 4,800 gil, right? And then I could just resell it for 6,000 gil. There's a lot of items in the game like this that... So, okay, normally logic would dictate that the bulk would be less than the individual because individual posting is more of a hassle. But no, in this game it's other way around, so you can just buy 12 items, put them together, and sell them for more money. Economics. Alright, again, I'm not greedy, so I go very close to that price, but just a little under, Okay, now the coral hides. Oh yeah, here's the moneymaker. The only thing is that, okay, the price is all over, right? So all of these sales occurred in the same day, right? They all occurred in the same day. And the price ranges anywhere from 25k to 30k. That is a very large difference of price. Like a really large price difference. I mean, part of me wants to be greedy and go for like, you know, go as close to 30k as possible. But I don't need the money that badly. I don't know, 25k is a minimum, so okay, over 25k. 26k, a lot of them sold for 26k. I'd say the bulk sold for 26k, and then you had the rare 27 and 30,000. So I'm gonna pose for 25,800. So okay, I get 26k, great. Like that one, the price is just sort of up in the air, you know? And then I have a few loose coral hides that I can sell. I don't know, it's between 1,400 and 1,500, so... Oh god, I clicked too fast. So I'll go for one over 1,400. So that is at the very least maintaining the price. Goblin Helm worth anything? Not a lot. Not a lot. The logic of my undercutting. Alright, now okay, well, wait, hold up. We've got this Absorb Vitality Scroll. I could actually sell that for more to an NPC. It's still like 1,000 gil, but not as good as I was hoping. So now I have 6 stacks of Coeurl meat. Oh boy, it's selling for more than I thought it would. So when I sold them last, they sold for like 5,500. Now they're up to 6,000. Well, anywhere from 5,800 to 6,000. So 5,800 is kind of the that's like the minimum, right? That's the minimum you're looking at. I'm thinking, do I want to maintain that minimum and, you know, not inflate the price, or I don't know. Again, I'm not greedy, right? I'm not greedy on this, so I'll price to kind of maintain the minimum, but not going over that. Like, as much as I know some people hate deflating the market, I also hate just rampant MMO inflation, which is it's something that happens in a lot of games, almost all of them, but especially in a game like this, it can get out of control. Like, if people, like, as the older players that are more established just start sitting on a mountain of money, and they start paying more and more money for things that aren't really worth that much, it can cause the economy to just spiral, inflating higher and higher and higher until, like, basic money that you get from, like, selling to NPCs is just worthless, right? And the only money to be had is trading with players, and I don't know. Not a fan. So I try not to promote inflation. Alright, now I got these lightning crystals. Ooh, goody! Lightning crystals are actually worth something again. The last time I sold a bunch of lightning crystals, they were worth like 900 to 1,000 gil. Now they're back up to between 1,600 and 1,700. Again, not greedy, so I'll maintain the minimum. Like anything over, like anything at 1,500 or higher is really good to me as far as crystals go. Like, crystals they're really not hard to get. They are really, really not hard to get. They shouldn't be worth crazy amounts of money. But also, they should be worth your time to collect, right? So, happy mediums, right? Happy mediums. And all these loose crystals that I have, I'm just gonna sell those. Just gonna vendor trash them. Get them out of my inventory. I have 6 loose Coeurl meat. Now that's worth about 500 each. I definitely want to. The 440 was a little low. I think maybe like 470 at least. Just a price so that most people will go for the 500 still, just rather than trying to guess over and over and over at like 400, maybe 401, maybe 410, maybe 420. Like, most people give up on that pretty quickly and just go for the established price. Especially when it's an item that isn't really worth like more than 1,000 gil. Like, not really worth it to haggle on that too much. Okay, so everything is up for sale. Everything I want to be up for sale is up for sale, I think, right? Oh, I failed to place merchandise on the auction. It might be that my auction is full. Could be that. Yeah, failed to place. So I think my auction is actually, like, completely full. Like, that's probably the issue. Yeah. I'd assume that's the issue here. Well, in that case, we're done there. What I will need, though, is to buy a pickaxe. I think that's an ammo thing? Like, pickaxes and hatchets, they're used like ammo, but it might not be considered ammo. I'm honestly not sure what they're under. Okay, I don't think they're here. So maybe under other miscellaneous, maybe? Yeah, here we go. So, a stack of pickaxes costs 2,400, which is really not bad. I only need one, though. A singular pickaxe is 250. I'm pretty sure I only need one. Okay, so I got my pickaxe. Which, can I just take the time to say that I do kind of, I kind of hate how gathering works in this game. Fishing is fine. I got no problems with fishing. But what I have a problem with is the harvesting, like, you know, lumber, ore, gathered stuff. I hate how it works. It's basically every time you interact with a gathering point, there's just a random chance on whether you'll get an item, nothing, or it'll just break your pick or your sickle or whatever you're harvesting with. So it is entirely theoretically possible that you could go out to, like, go mining and you break 12 pickaxes in a row and come away in the negative. Entirely possible. I know there's like field gear that increases your odds, but it's still... I'm not a huge fan of how that works. Just to be blunt. Alright, so getting rid of all of my old crystals and things, everything that I'm honestly just too lazy to. I am far too lazy to sell all this stuff individually. Like, I'm not gonna sell it on the auction. My auction house is full. I got no room for that. Also, this absorb vitality, so you can buy it on the auction house for like 900 to 1,000 gil. You could sell it to an NPC for 1,500, so you could just profit on that if you wanted to. It's a very small profit, but you can do it. Okay, and everything else is nothing I need to worry about. I wonder, any white magic I can buy here? No, look, I own all the white magic the shop has for sale. Isn't that just wonderful? Do I own all the black magic they have for sale, though? Probably not, since my black mage, like, red mage is level 30, black mage is level 17, so probably not, if I had to guess. Yeah, this is all black magic, the burn, choke, drown, frost, rasp, shock, yeah, that's... Oh, I could get shock. I could get shock if I wanted to. I don't want to. Alright, so... the fish oil... I guess I can just use that up. But I would like to get my rabbit back. Honestly, the crab is better, I think, than the rabbit. But the crab is a little more expensive. I'd like a nice, good old faithful, right? Like a cheap, reliable, dependable pet that I won't burn through too quickly, and I can just use to level up and not worry about it. Alright, so the F carrot broth. Oh, the carrot broth is up to 5K now. Now, why is that? There is no reason for it to cost that much. Well, now I wonder how much is the has the fish broth gone up proportionally? Honestly, the difference in price is kind of... The difference in price is not that big right now. It's really not that big of a difference anymore. Huh. But I guess no matter what... no matter what... And hold up, let me see if I can lower that price a little. The thing is, the rabbit lasts for like... Oh, nice. Okay, I got it for a little bit cheaper. But yeah, the rabbit lasts for 90 minutes. The crab lasts for 30 minutes. Even if the crab is way better, the rabbit lasts 3 times as long. So if you're just out grinding EXP, you know, if that's just what you're doing, having a pet that just has a longer lifespan is, I think, ideal. That's what you want. Alright, so, okay, I've done my grind for the day. I've sorted my inventory, played the market. So now I wanted to do a quest. So let's do the Holy Crest. It starts at Arminibit and Saraulian at Cargo Room A in Port Sandorio. And we are right there, right now. Oh, hey. Convenient. You hear more and more talk of the Dragon King Ranper these days. They say that his top vassal was a dragoon. I wonder whatever happened to all the dragoons. I heard that to become a dragoon, you had to make a pact with a living wyvern. However, thanks to the dragon slayers, there aren't that many dragons left. The dragon slayers keep down the number of deadly dragons, but the number of dragoons can never go up. It's a sad, sad cycle. They say that King Ranper's top vassal, the last of the dragoons, collapsed after a battle with a dragon slayer. I even heard a rumor that a new dragoon appeared in Sandoria, but no one has ever seen him. Some even say that it is that... some even say that it is that Cyranus, locked up in the dungeons. There's nothing to those rumors. If he really was a dragoon, why would he be in the oubliette? You have a point. Okay, so referencing the walkthrough, but I'm pretty sure that is pointing me to go talk to that guy in the oubliette, right? Okay, yes, that's, what do they say? Oh, okay, they just repeat dialogue. They hard repeat dialogue. I can't skip it. Okay. So I guess we did get, you know, we got our clue, right? Which is, it's that Cyranus in the dungeons. So, okay. I am following along, but I like to have a walkthrough open just to make sure I don't sequence break or waste time on any steps of the quest, right? Also, I see a group is forming to do Promethean Mia. I gotta be honest, like, I never want to do Mia ever again, unless they carry through with that whole rewards program, you know, like help new players to do content and get rewards. If they carry through with that and the rewards are good, then sure, I'll do it again, but until then, I am, like, you can't get me in there again. I've got the PTSD about Promethean Mia. I never want to go anywhere near that ever again. Alright, so to the chateau and then the oubliette underneath it. Did I pronounce these things correctly? Who knows? But yeah, Dragoon is one of those classes I never did anything with it because the quest was always too hard. I think it's kind of funny, because if, like, I look at the walkthroughs for the various class quests, and I mean, none of them are really hard. It's just, they need you to go to places and fight things that are much higher than level 30, right? And I think I, like most people back in the day, you would hit level 30, right? And then you get 30, and then it's like, oh man, there's all of these really cool advanced jobs that you can unlock. Oh, they're all awesome. And so the first thing you'd want to do is to unlock every single advanced job you could possibly unlock, right? But you'd try to do it at level 30, and that's just not a good time, you know? Like, for some of the classes, like, you know, Beastmasters, that's easy. Bard requires some footwork, but it's easy too. Like, a lot of the jobs are easy to unlock. It's just a bit time-wasty. Whole dungeon down here. Let's see. So, okay, I'm in the thing. So I need to talk to Novalmog. But yeah, I think the problem came is, like, I remember trying to unlock Ninja back in the day. Like, imagine being level 30 and trying to unlock Ninja, which requires you to fight 3 enemies that are all level, like, 33, and it's just a nightmare. But I'm targeting Garm. Where is Garm? I have no idea where this Garm is, but I'm targeting them. So where is Novalmog? I need a coordinate. F8 to G8. Okay. So F8 to G8 would be... Okay, be down this other hallway. Oh, there he is. Just right there. He kind of patrols around, I guess. If you have a moment, will you hear my request? Sure. I want you to bring me a vial of Beastman blood. Don't ask me why. How about it? Will you do this for me? This is a different quest, I think. I'm pretty sure this is a different quest. I think? Wait, hold up. Let me talk to him again. Huh. What's weird is that, like, this dude, Like, the quest doesn't even mention him, but okay, I guess I need a vial of Beastman blood. Didn't I sell those? Or no, I had a vial of beast blood, not Beastman blood. Beast blood and Beastman blood, very different things. So, okay, alright, well, the thing is, the quest doesn't mention Novelmog at all. Like, at all. But in the walkthrough, it's like, no, you need to talk to Novelmog. Huh. Alright, well, I guess I have to bring him a vial of Beastman blood, so... Okay, I did not anticipate this. Let's go out and go back to Port Sandoria and... Or I guess we can just go to Southern Sandoria. But let's go to the auction house, get us a vial of Beastman blood, and then come back to him. So yeah, I just kind of, I'm looking up the wiki too, and apparently the Beastman blood thing is, it's it's an unrelated quest called the Rumor, and it does give you a scroll of Drain, which is nice, but it's not. Yeah, it's it is not the quest that I am on right now. I guess it's just one of those things where you have to do this first before he'll talk to you about anything else, right? Probably. Yeah, questing in this game is always... It's fun like that. It's always fun like that. Okay, so Beastman blood. I'd assume that's like a beast-made item, right? It's their blood, so it must be beast-made. They make it from their veins. Alright, I only need one. 2,600 gil. Or 2,800, either way, that's a lot. I mean, it's a lot for a singular item that I don't even know what it does, other than I need it for this quest, right? And then I suppose I have some options, right? Do I want to sell my Drain Scroll, or do I want to keep it and use it? I don't really intend on playing Black Mage, like, ever again. But I do kind of want to play Dark Knight. I do have a little bit of interest in Dark Knight. And if I ever want to play Dark Knight, especially on this server where they've pumped it up, I will want to have Drain. But it depends on how much... I guess it depends on what level the spell is, and also if I want to... Like how much it costs, right? Like, if I sell it now, I could just buy it again later, right? I'd rather not have it cluttering up my inventory, but it depends entirely on how much it's worth, I guess. We'll see. Alright, back down into the dungeon. Okay, so, it was... Yeah, take the first right. And I guess I'll get a Scroll of Drain. But I hope, I really hope this guy talks to me about something that isn't, that, right? Like, I hope the Dragoon quest... I sure hope nothing's broken. We'll see. Here's your Beastman blood. You do me a great service. It is hard to find such a helper. I thank you. You've heard about me. That I am some sort of bloodsucker, a freak of nature. And of course you'd believe them. Everyone does. Oh yeah, right. There's a guy outside of the castle. And he actually is a different quest. If you turn in shaman garlic from the orcs to him, he'll give you a lot of gil for that. But he wants garlic because he thinks this guy is a vampire. So do I believe that? Never. Never. Oh, never mind. You seem to be a kind soul. So I will tell you, I have a disease. Whenever the light of the sun touches my skin, it burns me in a horrible fashion. I was poisoned long ago. That is how I became this way, and I've been trying to find a cure, some kind of serum ever since. So what you're telling me is that, yeah, so you're telling me that you've been cursed, that you burn in the sun, and you need blood to alleviate your condition, but you're not a vampire. Gotcha. Gotcha. After many experiments, I found that these vials of Beastman blood are the only thing that ease my pain. Yes, I've become quite knowledgeable in the ways of poisons. People will shun me, but I do not blame them. The people of Sandoria can see only with their own eyes, never another's. They think their own view superior to all. But you, my friend, are different. If there is anything I can do, you need but ask me. How I be Dragoon? Here, take this. It is not much, but it is all I have. I give you my thanks. Got my doot to doots. So, drain. Oh, nice. It's only a level 12 black mage thing. Level 12 black mage, level 10 dark knight. And then Scholar and Geomancer, which those come way later in the game, and I don't know anything about them in this one. But sure, I'll hold on to Drain. I mean, actually, I could scribe it. Yeah, I have Black Mage level 12. I could, next time I go to my Mog house, I can switch jobs and just, you know, have the spell ready, I guess. But yeah, I love this dude. He's not a vampire. He has literally all of the symptoms and conditions of a vampire. But no, listen, he's not a vampire, alright? Okay, so does he say anything now? This dungeon has a dark past, especially the deepest room. There are many strange tales about it, yes. I wouldn't be surprised if you were the one to uncover the truth. Do you have anything else? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Cyranus, no, you'll not find him here. He is dead. His cellmate was a beastmaster who somehow called forth a terrible creature and fled. Damn those tricky beastmasters. His beast knocked a gaping hole in the wall, so he was home free. But Cyranus's body was found underneath the creature. It's too bad. We could have saved him if we got here sooner. Yeah, I know. Wait, who's this? Rahal was jealous of his friend Cyranus for becoming a dragoon. He set a trap for him and saw him thrown into this very dungeon. That is how Rahal, the Dragon Slayer tainted with Drake's blood, seized the office of general. You knights were left in the dark. What lies, all of it? Like, who is he's just some rando prisoner. Lies. Well then, Why was Rahal always coming to check on him? He was waiting for Cyranus to kick the bucket, wasn't he? No, it can't be! The only people who can become dragon slayers are those who truly hate them. They're not after treasure or jewels, they just want to exterminate them. And he couldn't wait to kill dragons and dragoons. Oh, is he just mad? Is this just a Morrowind prisoner moment, or an Oblivion Dark Elf prisoner moment right here? What are we doing exactly? Why you? Okay, they're just gonna take that and leave. All right. If you wish to learn of dragons, ask the archaeologist Oihorisi in the cathedral. He should know well of their lore. I like how just random prisoner just interjects. I love that. Again, it was giving me Dark Elf Prisoner in Oblivion vibes. Very strong. Okay, so checking up on my... I'm double checking myself on the walkthrough. So, okay, now we have to go to the cathedral, which, I mean, we got that from the clues, right? The game said go to the, go to guy in cathedral. But the walkthrough could tell me, like, exactly where to go. Like, could I have a coordinate on that? Would be appreciated. Alright, leaving the chateau. Okay, so the cathedral, we need to talk to Morjon. So I think this is maybe what I hate about the way these quests are designed. So the NPCs were talking, and yes, through the clues, I got that I'm supposed to go to the cathedral, and I'm supposed to talk to Oihorisi, or however that's pronounced. But let me let you in on a little secret, since I looked at the walkthrough. If I were to go to the cathedral and look for Oihorisi there, I would be looking for a very long fucking time. Because that's not who you have to talk to, at all. Like not at all. So yeah, we need to talk to Morjon, or Morjean, or however you want to say that. So, where is this person? Not here. I don't have a coordinate on this one. Alright, that goes down into some sort of dungeon. I don't want any of that. I wonder, there's no like labelings on the rooms here, are there? No. Maybe the doors are labeled? Maybe? Can't get in that one. That's Eperdur over there. I remember him from the Teleport Dem quest. I remember that. I wonder. I do also have to do, like... I wonder if the teleport quest for Hala, I wonder if I could get that from this guy too. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like I could do those quests on my own time though, since they're kind of boring, right? Alright, are there any rooms I can get into here? It doesn't look like I can go in any of the rooms in this giant-ass cathedral. The manuscript room, that sounds promising. There he is. So yeah, if I was looking for, like, the guy they actually told me to go here and talk to, I wouldn't find him. I have to talk to this random here. Like, he's just some random. Why would I talk to him? What is this? You wish to learn of dragons? If only Dr. Oiharis were here. Oh yeah, look, great timing. Doctor, this adventurer is inquiring about dragons. Well, then our adventurer has come to the right place. First of all, young lass, you must understand that where there are holy dragons, there exist dragons of evil as well. Why, Sir Rahal, what gives us the honor of your presence here today? Nothing urgent, Doctor. I was just wondering if anything peculiar, any suspicious characters had been spotted in this area recently. Oh, no, nothing out of the ordinary. Just this strange blue-haired anime protagonist behind me asking about dragons. Perfectly normal. I see. I just thought that maybe the body of... his body was... No. Carry on. Just carry on. Huh, now that he's out of the way, where was I? Ah, yes, as I was saying. Recently, there's been a large drop in the number of dragons born in Vanadil. So clearly that means we need to assist in dragon reproduction. Wait, I don't like where this is going. Yeah, that's where you come in. ... There is a rumor that a wyvern has laid an egg in the maze of Shakrami. I would like you to excavate the egg and protect it from the dragon slayers. To prevent them from killing the wyvern while it's still young, we must get to the egg before they do. Man, these dragon slayers are hardcore. Just they see a dragon egg, they just slam a spear straight into it, kill it in the womb. Alright, so I talked to him. Okay. Okay, I already bought a pickaxe, and now I need to head to the maze of Shakrami. Oh boy. So it's gotta go to Tarangi Canyon. So yeah, I guess I'm willing to burn a warp scroll on this, although I am wondering if I don't have to fight anything. Like, if I don't have to fight anything, I could theoretically do this as a white mage / black mage. That way I could just, like, yeah, I could just warp out, right? I could sneak in and warp out. But I would do it as just a black mage, or a Beastmaster black mage. The problem is I don't have enough MP to warp out. Like, the MP just isn't there for me. I guess this might be a reason why I want to level black mage up a little more. But what I could do, okay, I guess if we're already spending money on a pickaxe, the Beastman blood, if we're already doing that, I do have 727k. I guess I could... I mean, I'm only like, what? If I use the staff, I'm like maybe 5 or so points away from the amount of MP I need. Okay, if I can get like 5 MP, then I could use Black Mage as a sub. Oh, actually, what the fuck am I thinking? Food! Food! Yeah, right! I don't have to buy some expensive ass, like jewelry or whatever. Food! So, I believe either in breads or sweets. Pies! Yeah, apple pie gives you 30 MP. That's all I would need. Or, wait, hold up, that's an apple pie plus 1. I don't need an enchanted apple pie. Hold up. How much is the apple pie? It's 25 MP, only 500 gil. This one's 50 MP. And it's cheaper. Why is that cheaper? I don't understand. But it's 50 MP, right? So it's 50 MP, I'll take it. I might want to make use of that again, too. Like, just thinking about it, I might want to have more than one of those, just, you know. It's still weird to me, like, why is the Rollin' Berry pie cheaper? It gives better stats. I don't... Final Fantasy economics. Okay, but with that, like, that's plus 50. I think with that, I don't even need, like, I don't even need the silver hairpin, right? Like, I shouldn't even need that. Okay, so Maze of Shakrami. Oh man, you know, this is where it'd be really nice to have Teleport Mia. Because it would just be like straight northeast of Mia. But you know what's also really close to that? The outpost for Kolshushu. That's... The outpost for Kolshushu is like maybe... It's like maybe 2 minutes away from the Crag of Mia. It's a minor detour. Alright, so I'm switching out to Black Mage as my sub, that way I can teleport back home. Because, so, okay, for these next couple steps of the quest, it doesn't really require me to go to places that are, like, high level or anything. If I have to fight anything, it'll be things I can very easily solo. So there's no real threat, right? I don't have to hide. So I won't need to stealth around at all. But yeah, being able to warp back to my home point without using an instant warp scroll, that would be really nice. That would be just great. So I guess, okay, now I'm gonna warp to Juno. So warp to Juno, and then take the outpost goblin down to Kolshushu. I'm overthinking this. I'm overthinking this, actually. Why do I need, like, wait, why do I need to go to the goblin when I could just... There's an outpost guy here. I love overthinking everything. And hey there, Vexus. It's been really quiet in here today. Which, let me just check something. Are we live? Oh yeah, we're live. There's people in here. I see them. Even though Twitch likes to not count people, no, Twitch is counting a bunch of people, which means there's probably more than that. So it's just everybody's really shy, I guess. But hey, I just did a little grinding, and I'm doing the Dragoon quest now. I'm working to unlock Dragoon. So, okay, I'm gonna go back into my Mog house for a sec. Wait, no, God, I'm being really dumb right now. I'm being really, really dumb and inefficient. So, okay, I need to eat my Rollin' Berry pie. That'll give me plus 50 MP. So, if my inventory will load, yeah, here we go. So, oh wait, I can use my Scroll of Drain now, right? Can you scribe a spell scroll when that's not your main class? Can you do that? Why, yes you can! Alright. I got a scroll of drain for giving some Beastman blood to a guy in the prison. Who, he has all the symptoms of being a vampire, but no, listen, he's just got a disease, he's not a vampire, it's fine. He may knock you out and drink your blood, but listen, he's not a vampire. He burns in the sunlight, but he's not a vampire. It's just a condition, alright? Okay, so let me eat my Rollin' Berry pie. Oh god, look at that. I have 76 MP by default. I eat that pie and I have 126. That pie damn near doubles my MP pool. Okay, so now I go back into my Mog House. That refills my MP, so I don't have to like sit and rest for like 40 seconds. Am I really saving time? I don't know. But I feel like I'm saving time. I feel it in my bones. Okay, so now I'm ready. I can warp to Juno and then tell... God, I keep doing this. I don't need to warp to Juno yet. What I need to do is I need to go to the Outpost teleport guy. Take the teleport to Kolshushu. Then go west and north, and that'll take me to the Maze of Shakrami. That's where we find the dragon egg. I bought a pickaxe already. I think I only need one. I don't think the game is going to be really evil and break my pickaxe on a quest item. I don't think it's gonna do that, but man, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how evil the game wants to be on that one. Because mining, like, the way that harvesting works in this game is that, like, every time you gather, every time you go to a gathering point, it's a random chance on whether you'll get item, not get item, or your pick just breaks, and then you have to buy a new one. So, I'm hoping the game is not going to break my pick on a quest, like a quest harvest, right? It's not a real harvest, it's just for the quest. But it still wants me to have a pick. Man, if the game does this to me... Like, if I go into the Maze of Shakrami, and I go to where I have to go, and then it turns out, no, you should have brought a stack of picks, we'll see. We'll see. Alright. So, teleport me away to Kolshushu. Gotta get it in my list here. Hold up. Look, I have a lot of teleports, okay? I have almost all the teleports now, actually. The only thing I'm missing is the Elshimo Upland. That's the only one I'm missing. Relaxing music. Alright, so, yeah, we go to Tarangi Canyon, and then northeast, and that'll put us right to where we need to be. Also, it's wind weather here. If I felt like it, I could go and fight some elementals, get some free wind clusters, but, that's not why I'm here. I ate that pie, and I have 26 minutes on that pie, so let's not waste it. Alright, so I'm just kind of double checking the walkthrough. This is the kind of game where you need that walkthrough open. So, okay, when we're in the maze, let's see. So there's an excavation point at E7, G7, I8, K7, or L8. So the excavation point moves around. It moves around. Oh, that's just great. That's a layer of bullshit I didn't think they'd add. Okay. So alright, so there's some point somewhere around there. Start excavating until you find a wyvern egg. Wait a second. Wait a second. Now hold up. That sounds like I might need more than one pickaxe. Like that sounds like I might need more than one. I'm sweating right now because what, oh my god, if I go all the way in there and I do this and then I break my pick. Oh my god. I'd have to warp out, buy new picks, and then come back and do it all over again. It would be such a colossal waste of time. Oh god. Okay, thanks. All right, the blood pressure was rising there. Oh, also hold up. Draw distance, set world 5. There we go. I noticed that like the crag was like it was like half loading in, and yeah. Get that draw distance a little higher. I know, it's kind of true. Like look, there are so many instances in this game where things you think will be automatic, or you think, oh no, the game wouldn't do that. No, it'll do it. It'll just bend you right over. But like it's inconsistent, you know, like the things you expect, no, the game doesn't help you out. But then you're thinking, oh, they want me to bring a pickaxe, so oh, it'll break, right? But no, okay, that's fine. It's inconsistent, and it makes me feel like I'm going crazy. Final Fantasy, it's my favorite game. Look, if I'm not like borderline panic attack when I'm playing a video game, then what are you even doing? Alright, so and also, sorry, I'm a bit of a compulsive map checker. It's a habit that I've gotten from a lot of video games. I do a couple of things compulsively in RPGs. I either check the map compulsively or I save my game compulsively, but anyone who has played those kinds of games, you know the ones I'm talking about. Like back in the day, yeah, you wanted to like save after everything you would do. Or you would want to check your map constantly because everything is a maze and you don't want to waste time, right? It's too many games have beaten those bad habits into me. But I try not to do it too much when I stream. Alright, so Maze of Shakrami, the entrance should be right up here. Oh hey, there's a black mage, I think, just sitting right on out here. Not sure what they're doing, but they're here. And the funny thing is, I don't even think I'll really play Dragoon, but I like the idea of unlocking more advanced jobs. Like, if I wanted to play it, I could do it, right? I just, you know, I like the idea. Alright, so, where am I going? So E7, G7, I8, K7, K8. Okay, so 7 and 8. So 7 and 8 is kind of like a little bit to the north here. Like, hold up, let me really orient myself and figure where I'm going. So E7, okay, let's see, where's E7? E7, if I just go northeast, it'll be there. And I suppose there might just be like a question mark somewhere around. So E7, so E, G, K, 7, that's all on the 7. So is that... So that's E, K, oh, It's all over the map. It's just all over the map. Okay, we're in for a fun time. It's Easter egg hunting time, alright. Hey, maybe I'll get lucky and it'll be in the first place I check. Maybe. I've never gotten to play around with Blue Mage. Again, back in the day I quit during the Promathia era, and while I've played on Eden where they do have, they've got Blue Mage and Corsair and Puppeteer, right? Or Puppet Master, but, I've never, I never got high enough to unlock any of that or do anything with it, so yeah, all that's kind of new to me. But when this server eventually updates to Treasures of Odd Urgen, I will totally try and unlock all of those classes and give them a little bit of a try. Alright, so I guess this is F7. E7 is where it said it would spawn. So E7 would be like, that would be behind me. So let's thoroughly check around E7. I wonder, is it, so like this weird structure here, is that the thing that might spawn it? Like, if it's here, it would be in like one of those, right? Because that really stands out, at least to me. But it looks like it's not here. Okay. I guess, like, what is off about it on other private servers? Because, again, I never unlocked it, I never got to play with it. I've never been high level enough to touch that type of content, right? Okay, so it'll have a sparkly, alright, so look for the sparkly. Alright, so E7 was a bust. The next one up is G7. Which, is that at the end of this room? Yeah, that's at the end of this room, okay. Well, someone's mining over here. Is this it? Is this the sparkly, or is this just like a regular ass? Only possible if you have a pickaxe. Do I trade it? Okay. Nice, I got my wyvern egg. So, okay, wait a second. So, like, that guy is just mining. How do you just mine them? Like, how do you do that? It took my pickaxe, didn't it? Yeah, it took my pickaxe. Alright, well, sweet. That was much quicker than I thought it would be. Like that was way quicker than I thought. Ah, I see. Okay, so, like, I've noticed a lot of private servers, Dragon Egg! Oh. Alright, so, I've noticed on a lot of private servers, the general mechanics and balance of things tend to be really all over. What I remember on Eden, I remember ranged attacks. I'm not sure if it was what was going on, but like ranged attacks did way more damage than anything else. Like, I remember it was a thing where people would just like party up and everybody use a bow that can, and you would just deal insane damage, right? And rangers were just, I don't know, they were like fucking mortars, just destroying everything. So private servers do tend to have that issue where the numbers are a little weird. And, oh yeah, at some point I gotta get the field gear. I do want to try gathering at some point. It's just, if I'm gonna do a non-combat activity, right? If I'm gonna do a non-combat thing, I like fishing. That's kind of my go-to. Also, just checking the wiki real quick, making sure I'm not skipping around. So I need to return to Morgine, which is back in Sandoria. Okay. Huh. Oh man, this quest is gonna make me travel. Alright, back to Sandoria. My point is in Juno, but easy enough to get back to Sandoria. Yeah, I get that feeling that this game, because I kind of wonder about stuff like this because so, like I've played a lot of private servers of old ass MMOs, you know? I mean, my favorite being City of Heroes, but like, for most of the private servers of MMOs that I've played on, they don't struggle with like basic functionality. I think of like, I don't know, Project 1999 for EverQuest, and they have that more or less perfect. And they've had it perfect for like a decade. I think of, hell, Star Wars Galaxies, everything works on that, and, you know, that's a big one, but Final Fantasy XI is the only game that I've seen where it seems like people that run private servers really struggle to just make anything go. like, it seems like this game is just unnecessarily difficult to untangle, I guess. Yeah, I would figure the PlayStation 2 thing would be a bit of an issue. Although the game was released on Windows too, so I guess there is at least some Windows code to work with, right? It doesn't have the same problem that something like EverQuest Online Adventures has, which that's an MMO I would love to see come back on a private server. The problem is that game only came out for the PlayStation 2, so any emulation that I've seen to try and emulate it, like, you have to emulate it through a PlayStation 2 emulator, and I can imagine that's just a nightmare to try and figure out how anything works. So I guess I can see it. I can see the issue. Hold up, I want to make sure I'm teleporting to a region that we control. Ronfar. Okay. Good, we have our own newbie zone again. So a nice cheap teleport. But yeah, I guess what I've noticed with a lot of these private servers for FF11 is they kind of, it feels like they sort of fix one thing and then another thing breaks and they kind of just get stuck in a loop. It seems like, yeah, everything is so hard-coded and so much of a mess that, like, touching anything just makes it all fall apart. But it's why it can be a little frustrating as a player on these things, because it feels like nothing ever really, you know, gets changed or done to it. Like, you take stuff like, I don't know, World of Warcraft private servers, and man, people do some crazy shit with that, right? Like turning it into basically a whole other game, or just really mixing it up. And a lot of private servers for MMOs are like that, where, yeah, the game is mastered, so now they just do things with it, right? But it seems like FF11, that basic mastery of just getting the game to work is still eluding everyone, and that's unfortunate. Yeah, so the first server that I ever played on for FF11 on private servers was Nasomi, and again, no ill will to any private servers. They're all fun in their own right. But this was many years ago, and it was kind of my first time playing on a private server for this, and Nasomi was just a fucking mess. Like, I ran into just game-breaking bugs constantly, nothing worked right, it was just horrible to play, right? And I think it got better, but when I left for Eden, it was still really janky to play on. And then Eden is pretty stable, I like that one. It's just, again, slow development. But then Horizon, I mean, I came here because I like what they're doing with the game. Like, I like that they're showing some ambition in what they want to do. But also keeping it classic, which is, I can appreciate that. But it does seem like every iteration of these private servers does get a little bit better, you know? It gets more stable, gets a little more easy to actually do things with. That's nice. And it's nice that they're actually, like, communicating. That's what most of these private server things do. Like for EverQuest or Star Wars Galaxies or City of Heroes, they like all the different private server devs. They usually communicate at least a little bit and share advancements. It seemed like with FF11 that wasn't really happening for a while. Like everyone was kind of coveting their code and not really not wanting to share. But yeah, it does seem like it's getting better and better, and that's good. Hey, can't wait for the next server. No. Yeah, it's like, I love this game, but the thing is, even as someone that loved, like, classic FF11, I don't... Like, if they could just get classic FF11 to work perfectly, hey, that's great, but, like... for something that I'm gonna be playing on a little more permanently, I do like a server like Horizon that has kind of a vision for, okay, but how can we make it better? That's what was kind of missing with the other private servers I played on. They didn't really have much of a goal for that. And as much as I like the classic game, there is a whole lot that could be made better. Alright, continuing Dragoon Quest. Finally. Ah, it's you. I'm sorry to inform you that Dr. Oihors is not available at the moment. Perhaps he is taken ill. His work keeps him up late into the evening. Oh god, this guy's name. Yakemidot? Yashemidot? Why? Why, Square Enix, why? Do you have business with the doctor? Well, he's currently away from the cathedral. And who might you be? I've not seen you around here before. They're like clones. My name is Yashemidot. I am what you would call a student of Dr. Oihors. I hate the names in this game. I can't say any of them. It's like I'm trying to conjure an elder god every time I say hello. Oh, that egg. Is that really from a wyvern? How would you like to try hatching that egg? The doctor has told me that it would be dangerous, but I would like to give it a try. Any true scientist would feel the same way. And I just happen to know how to do it. Are you willing to help? You want to see it hatch too, don't you? No. And then I just take the egg and throw it on the fucking ground, and I just walk away. No, of course I'm interested. Wonderful! Take the egg and place it on the far eastern tip of Dragoroga's spine, located in the Merifatod Mountains. If that wyvern has the holy crest, then there's a possibility that a new dragoon may be born. As a total aside, I really do hate it when, especially JRPGs are super guilty of this. They do that whole thing where they give you a yes-no choice, but really, there is no choice. It's just, you have to say yes, right? It's yes or... like, it's either yes or I don't feel like playing right now. Those are your choices. I guess, you know, the classic example is the Dragon Quest, but thou must, right? I think that's like that is the classic example. You boot the game up and the first thing you're presented with is just a choice, a yes-no choice, and no is, but thou must, and you just get stuck in a loop. It's like, if you're gonna say no, just turn the fucking game off, kid. Just pop the cartridge out of your NES and go back to the store and return it. Get your money back. Alright, so let's see. Okay, so now we need to go to Marifetad Mountains, just double checking that that is what we need to do. Don't want a sequence break now. Okay, so there's, I know the big spine thing in that zone, so it's at K8, there's a question mark. Gotcha. I do happen to have the teleport for Marifetad. Is it under our control? No, it is not. So it's in the Aragonu region. Yeah, Marifetad Mountains. I usually complain a lot about quests in games like sending you all over the planet, just back and forth. And you know what? It is really time-wasty here, but I guess, I don't know. I don't really mind it as much here, because, yeah, sure, my whole afternoon is just doing the Dragoon quest, okay, but at the same time, it's not like the game is making me go on quest after quest after quest, right? Like, it's not World of Warcraft or something. It's not, you know, it's not Final Fantasy XIV where there's just quests everywhere. Like, I so rarely go on a quest, so if I'm gonna go on a quest, I guess make it worth my time, right? Like, you know, make me put some energy in, I guess. It's weird, right? How the same thing, I don't mind it here. Alright, so, to Aragonu. It'll be 250 bucks. Alright, and from here, I think I have to go south. Yeah, so all the way over there, K8, the very tip of the spine, just to the tip. Oh, no fancy music in this zone. I'm upset. Alright, so yeah, we go east right now, and then south as soon as we can, and just keep going. K8, it's a long-ass... It is a long-ass way to get to where I want to go. Part of me is thinking it might have been... I'm sure it wouldn't be, it would only feel like it, but part of me thinks it would be faster to have maybe teleported to Kolshushu and then gotten the chocobo at the crag and then come up. I feel like the time it would have taken me to do that probably would have, you know, invalidated any time that riding the chocobo would have saved me. No good option, right? No, I'm going a little too far north here. This is why I checked that map. Alright, so just keep on this path and, well, we'll get there eventually. Well, I guess I have a long time to banter now, though, right? So, alright, let's get into it. I don't know, it's kind of weird. There's so much of Final Fantasy XI that is just, it's really, really slow. Like, just walking from point A to point B, and that's the gameplay. Or, you know, killing the same couple of enemies 100, 200, 5,000 times. I'll admit, there's a lot of that, right? But for some reason, I don't know, I never got bored with Final Fantasy XI. Now maybe that's like I don't know, is this my version of like a train simulator? Is Final Fantasy XI basically my way of just playing with model trains? I don't know. Maybe, but I've always found something just really compelling about Final Fantasy XI, the game world, and how it all connects and just how you interact with it. I don't know, it's never bored me. Even if I'm doing something really repetitive in the game, it's never gotten to me. Also, I never realized there was like that's like the Birdman houses over there, right? I think that's the Yagudo dungeon. I literally never noticed that was over there. Like, Zeta is up that way. I guess the Birdmen are over there, right? Like, I literally never noticed. Huh. But yeah, I don't know. I've always found that with FF11, there's always something I want to do in it. There's always something to amuse me, even if you have to wade through some slow parts to get there. And that's always just kept me coming back. Again, maybe it's my model train. It's my dad game of choice. I don't know. Also, yeah, we're getting into Yagudo territory here. Those good old Birdmen. Okay, I think that's where I need to go, right? The tip is in sight. What level are these things? 25. You know what? Just to spice things up a little bit, let's murder the hell out of this thing. Oh, they don't go down as quick as I thought. I mean, 25 is it's got some HPs on it, right? I ain't gonna summon my pet though. No point in summoning a pet here. It'd just go to waste. Oh wow, I get parrying skill off of that. I only have a parrying skill of 55. I might want to work on that. Bonk him over the head. I got a Yagudo feather. That is just taking up inventory space. I'm pretty sure that's just taking up inventory. I'm just getting rid of that. All right, so we're at K8, so there should be like something around here somewhere, right? Should be a question mark. I guess, is it really at the... Okay, it's not at the very tip, it's on the other side. Okay. But yeah, it looks like this is where this is the Yagudo dungeon, right? I'd assume that's the entrance up there. I've never been in there, ever. Like, you can tell I've never done I think the rank 4 mission, or the rank 4 to 5 mission, I think that requires you to go in there. I think the Limit Break 3 also requires you to go in there, and yeah, you can tell I've never done any of those. Alright, let's go ahead and trade the Wyvern Egg. What am I even doing with it? Yeah, I lay it to rest in the earth. Is the magic of the spine going to hatch the egg? Oh, here we go. Doubleus, is this not amazing? Behold, a dragon! After all this time... Wait, is this one of those things where you would normally have to, like, wait? I wonder. Okay, well, it's a dragon! Yeah. It's my future pet wyvern. You've done well, Doubleus. Now, step back. You're about to witness the rebirth of a true dragoon! Well, shit, there goes my dragon. Stay where you are. Take a single step, and the dragon's life is forfeit. Oh no! I was betrayed by this random person. I have no idea who he is. Cyranus, I've come too late. Oh no! He's got a Dark Knight helmet. I guess he's evil now. How I've waited for this. The seal you've placed upon me is broken, Rahal. Dragon Slayer. Rahal Dragon Slayer. Thought it was an exclamation. So, you still walk among us, Cyranus. That half-witted Beastmaster was the one crushed to death in the cell. Oh no. It was all a lie. All of it. With the blood of this infant worm, my transformation into full dragon form will be complete. Is that a thing dragoons do? Do they turn into dragons? I wasn't aware of that. Cyranus, you will not become the dragon. The dragon will consume you. Sorry, I know it's supposed to be very dramatic and all that, but this is so... The way that it's told is so... I don't know. Stay back. This wyvern will grow to maturity, knowing only the need for revenge in its heart. Even though it has committed no sin, it is my duty as a dragon slayer to exterminate wyverns that bear the unholy sign. This wyvern is rare, for it bears neither mark. However, it is not the only one I have encountered. I once witnessed the birth of a wyvern that was free of either sign, and the person who forged a pact with that wyvern was my friend Cyranus. And I know, elf drama. Like, this is peak elf drama right here. But as it grew, the unholy sign began to emerge. I stripped Cyranus of his powers and locked him in the oubliette, hoping it would slow down the wyvern's increasing hold on his spirit. It was all in vain. If only I had slain the wyvern when I had the chance. Now I must finish off this creature to prevent the same tragedy from happening again. We've gone over this. Like, either kill it or don't, but like, you're going in circles, my man. I love this, like, this intense moment. It's just too damn adorable, I can't do it. We may need its power in our search for Cyranus. For the moment, I will give you the care of this wyvern over to, I will give the care of this wyvern over to a friend of mine. He will nurse it back to health. But once we've tracked down Cyranus, it dies by my hand. Understood. Cyranus, I still believe in you. You must believe in me too. Alright, well, I mean, look, I thought that was fun, alright? I really enjoy the cutscenes in this game, but some of them, not all, some of them are legit just good classic Final Fantasy, but then others, like that one, they're something. They're something. Okay, so let me just consult the wiki again to make sure I'm not sequence breaking. Okay, I went to the spine, traded the egg, got my cutscene. So now we return to the castle, which means I need to stuff a full pie in my mouth so that I have enough energy to warp back. Alright, like Goku, I must stuff my face full of food to build my energy up so I can, you know, I can do that big magic. So, okay, give me a sec to get 100 MP. I will do whatever I must if it will allow me to avoid using a scroll of instant warp. Alright, I'll do whatever I have to do. I just thought about it. For this step of the quest, I totally could have just switched out to White Mage and that... Too late now. Let's not think about that. Let's just not think about that. Okay, so once I go back to the chateau, Okay, so I need to talk to Rahal in the Knight's Quarters. And then I should get a Dragon Curse Remedy. And then for some reason I have to go to Gelspa Outpost. And that's where a fight'll be. There's a fight there, I think. Yeah. Okay, what is the fight? It's a level 40 fight. That's more than I expected. Wait, that better not be a level synced fight. Please tell me that's not a level synced fight. I'm really hoping it's not. Okay, it is not level synced. That's... Whew, okay. I was sweating for a moment there, but no, it's fine. Okay, alright, let's warp back. So, Juno, Sandoria. I gotta be honest, any of the quests that are sort of like main story-esque quests, or like things you need to do to unlock things, I feel like none of those should be level synced. Like, just, if you want to cheese it with a high-level buddy, just let you do that, right? But okay, we're back in Juno. I did not have to spend any, yeah, no warp scrolls to get here, no conquest points lost, but I'm gonna just hop into my Mog House. Maybe buy another pie, too. Buying another pie might be a good idea. I love that food is so effective, it damn near doubles my, my MP pool. So I'm just gonna stick with Black Mage as my sub job. Because it looks like I need to go back to Sandoria, then I have to go to Gelspa Outpost. But once I do the boss fight there, I believe I'm done. Like, I don't think I have to go back to Sandoria again. So once I'm done with the boss fight, I can just warp back to Juno and that'll be that, right? But just in case, I'm gonna buy another pie. Alright, so let's see. Food. It's a sweet. Look, these pies, they give me the energy I need to teleport. Very important. Well, I am going back to Sandoria, but I have to... I keep my home point in Juno, because it's, like, Juno is a better hub than Sandoria. And to get back to Sandoria, all I have to do is outpost teleport. So, like, okay, take me back to the Ronfar. And, I mean, Ronfar is already right next to Sandoria. But then, if I want to be extra lazy, I can just, like, for an extra, what, 250 or so, I can... Yeah, I can just get teleported straight into town. An extra 2... So, it's like 400 gil total to teleport from Juno to Sandoria. Like, that ain't bad. So, okay, I need to go back to the chateau, talk to Rahal, get the item, and then that'll give me the item I need to go and do a boss fight in Gelspa Outpost, and that should unlock Dragoon. Like, that should be all I have to do. And life's been okay. The heat has broken here. We're at sub... Well, okay, now we're at 20 Celsius. But for most of today, the temperature was under 20 Celsius. And it's there's a lot of wind. Very windy out, very stormy. It's actually raining pretty heavy. But what it's amounting to is, it almost feels like a nice, cool fall day, and that is so welcome after this intense heat that we've been having. This, like, so hot I can't think straight heat. It's a real nice break. I feel human again. But my allergies are still just firing off like crazy. It's still pollen season, and it's everywhere, and it's making the sinuses very uncomfortable. And I hate sounding like I'm kind of holding my nose. I know I'm getting a little bit of that right now. But that's because I can barely breathe through my nose. It's very... Sinuses. Allergies are great. I love them. Okay, so the Knight's room is where I need to go. The Royal Knight Quarters is right over here. So where's Rahal? There he is. Ah, it's you. Fear not. The precious dragon is not in danger. However, we have learned that Cyranus is somewhere in the Gelspa outpost. If he is to be saved, a dragon curse remedy is necessary, and drinking this may help separate him from the dragon that is feeding on his soul. Here, you take one as well. I plan on traveling there as soon as I've made my preparations. There's no time to lose. With every passing moment, his soul is further devoured. Alright, I got my remedy. Okay. So for this fight, I'm not gonna use the sheep. I'm gonna use Courier Carry for this one. Alright, so I got the item, and I believe now I am good to go to just go straight into the outpost. Yeah, so we need to go to the hut at G10 in Gelspa Outpost. I think that's like right inside the zone. I don't think I have to travel much to get to that. Let's see, am I going the right? I want to go this way. I could take the Chocobo. The Chocobo isn't going to take me to where I want to go, though. Not all the way. Oh, hey look, someone's doing Promethean Hala. 5 out of 6. I already did that one. The only one I need is Dem. And at this point in time, you can't make me go back into Promethean Hala or Mia. Like, you can't make me go back there. I did my time. Also, I like that name, Salty Melon. I bet they're a Taru Taru. I don't know what it is. Like, why is it in both FF11 and FF14, but everyone that plays a Taru Taru or a Lalafell, they always have a food-related name. Like, always. They always have some dumb food name. I don't understand. Alright, well, Gelspa Outpost is straight northwest. While I'm going there, let me just fix my, Look, that glam. That glam is important. It doesn't change a lot, but I notice it. Alright, just to make sure. It's been a little while since I've been out in this zone. Yeah, just straight northwest. You know, I have more nostalgia for the Bestock soundtrack and the area around it in Gustaberg. But as I've been playing Sandoria on this server, I have come to really like and appreciate the music around Sandy. Especially this nice, this nice music, now that it's not endless bagpipes. I've always wondered about that one NPC that's just sort of running between the outpost and town. I guess he's for a quest, right? Like, there's got to be some quest that involves him. Because otherwise, I have no idea what his deal is. Alright, so almost there. Almost there. I don't know if, I don't know if it'll unsummon my pet when I interact with the door to get into this boss fight. So I'm gonna wait to summon my pet until I'm actually in the fight. Normally I'd like to have my pet ready to go before starting something, but I think it'd be best to do it like this, so on the odd chance that they, like, if it kills my pet when I enter, but I just summoned my pet, then, oh, I have no pet for like 3 minutes. That's not great. So, avoiding that situation. Okay, so this is Gelspa Outpost, and the hut is, it's at G10, which is right in the corner here, right? G10, yeah. Just straight in, straight west. So it's a level 40 fight. I shouldn't have any issue with it. Should be a nice, easy, relaxed solo fight at my level. But we'll see. Oh hey look, here's a gatherer out here right now. He's got his nice green gathering vest, his gathering finest. I do actually kind of like the look of it. I do like the look of the gathering gear. For glamour purposes alone, I might want to get me some of that. But a reason I've kind of not done that is that the gathering gear is, like, even the basic stuff is very expensive. There's no real functional difference between, like, the level 1 or the level 15 gathering gear. Functionally, it's, like, the same thing. The level 15 has higher defense, though. Like, I think you can actually use the level 15 gear as, like, normal fighting gear if you want to. Which, I don't know, I guess that would save on gear slots, right? Just one set of level 15 gear for whatever class you might want to play. But I don't know about that. So this is the door, right? Yeah, the Holy Crest. Let's get in there. I'm ready to be a dragoon. Oh, wait. Something is odd about the dragon. We may soon be out of time. Leave this to me. I like how the little dragon, the little Drago came here too. Yeah, that's the Dragoon Dragon. That'll be our pet once we become a Dragoon. I think you get to name it and everything. Cyrenus, are you alright? Oh, well, my dragon now. Alas, I am too late. Doubleus, go! Like, look, I hatched that. I guess you weren't here for it all, right? But like, I fucking mined that egg out of a dungeon, and then I hatched that little dragon. All right, I'm invested in that dragon. Oh yeah, here we go. It's his true form. Right. So, call beast. Quick, curry or carry, I choose you. Alright. So it's only level 40. I got this. Yeah, just big scissor attack. Yeah, it's level 40 and I'm level 58, so, no contest. Just pump it full of damage. Big scissors. There we go. Would have been more epic if I actually came in here at level 40, right? But hey, it's fine. I win, I'm the champion. I get 58 gil. Alright, so I'm a Dragoon now. I win, I get to be Dragon Knight. Cyranus, are you alright? Hurry, take this! Oh, of course, in true Final Fantasy fashion, we don't just kill him, we have to redeem him. Rahal, such a thing is of no use. It cannot save me. I yearn to die, and I will take the dragon with me. No, Cyranus, you must take it. Rahal, you of all people should know, by bringing it here. You proved you believed in me. Oh man, friendship. Cyranus, I knew you would come to save me. Though my death is near, I'm glad. Just take the fucking potion. Like, God, this elf drama. And you, Doubleus. And what of the dragon, Rahal? Are you to slay it? Yes, it must be done to keep others from becoming like you. But look at it, it's so adorable. Hear my last wish. You must again believe in dragons. As we did long ago, surely somewhere there is one of holy will. Cyranus. Thank you, Rahal. Now my time has come. And he just fades away. He just returns to his home planet. What the indeed? No. Oh hey, look, it's bonding with me. How can this be? The sign of holiness. You are right, Cyranus. The dragon born today shall inherit your purpose. Be at peace, my friend. Okay, cool. So I get to name my dragon now. Let's see. What's cool? Azure, Cerulean, Rygor, Firewing, Delphine, Rover. Fuck it. Who would name their fucking dragon Rover? Duke, Oscar, Maggie, Jet. Like these are terrible names. Raiden. That's a name, but I feel like everyone names their dragon that. Oh, Eisenson. Oh, File. Oh, okay, they got lots of German names in here. That's nice. Woofy. George the Dragon. What else we got? You know what? I'm gonna go with Eisenson. All right, that's a proper dragon name right there. This is the one I want. Yes, I am good with this. All right, I can be a Dragoon now. Take me home. Again, I don't think I'll really do much with Dragoon, but yeah, I have unlocked Dragoon. It is technically a pet class. Like, Dragoon's whole gimmick in this is, yeah, they have the pet dragon, and the dragon, like, the dragon takes on the qualities of your sub-job. So, like, if you have, if for whatever reason you want to go, like, Dragoon/White Mage, then, oh, your dragon will do a healing breath attack, right? Like, it'll heal you. or you know, so depending on whatever you sub, that'll affect its abilities. And it's your permanent Pokemon pal forever. It will help you fight. And hey there, Burn. I have just become Dragoon. Which, let me see real quick. Let me, you know what? We gotta at least try it out a little bit, right? Gotta try it a little bit. So, change jobs, main job, Dragoon. And I don't know the sub job for that, it doesn't really matter for right now, but I guess, like, I don't know, White Mage. Why not? Oh man, are we racing ever closer to that dystopian future? I can't wait. I can't wait, Burn. Alright, so let's see. Oh yeah, I guess if you, oh yeah, what about people that have baby faces? Like, oh man. Alright, so I guess do I have like a level 1 weapon that I can even use? I don't think I have a level 1 weapon, actually. I'm pretty sure I don't. Huh. Well, I mean, let me just, do I want to deposit my, my broths and stuff? I don't think so. I think I want to keep playing Beastmaster, but I guess I'll put my Kindred seal, my Beastman seal, put those away. I didn't end up needing that other pie. So I don't really have like gear, but I do have fishing gear, and it does have defense, so I'll use that for now. Like I'm just messing around a little bit right now, right? Just messing around, having a little fun. And also, you know, Burn, I didn't realize I didn't realize the full implications until I went and looked, and I typed x.com into my browser, and that brings up Twitter, and then I look up and there's all these articles of how, like, oh, Elon Musk founds XCOM. Like, everything just says x.com, and at a quick glance that looks like XCOM, like Elon is preparing, right? He's preparing for the aliens to come. The logo, if you look at the logo, it even looks like it could be an XCOM logo. It even looks like it. Oh no, we better hope the council doesn't pull out. Oh, nice, nice. But I feel sometimes like we live in such a strange timeline. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if then it turns out that, like, and now Elon is like, he's putting all his money into researching power armor and laser weapons. I don't understand. He's employing, like, he's commissioning the building of these Sky Rangers? What? Join XCOM today. Again, we live in the absolute best timeline. I don't know. It's the one we deserve. Alright, so let's see, what weapons can I even use as a Dragoon? Like, what are my choices? Let's see. So I can use daggers, swords, polearms, that's a given. Clubs, staffs. Oh, okay, so I guess polearm would be the go-to, right? But I think I love the idea that as a Dragoon, I could use a sword if I felt like it. Right? Like, I could just use a sword. So there's a level 1 harpoon, but none for sale right now. So it looks like I'm gonna have to just go with a sword. Yeah, just plain old sword for me. Oh, that one's only 200 gil. Sure, why not? Oh no, the break glass in case of mutons. Yeah, just, you know what, at this point in time, just bring it on. Let's just merge with the XCOM universe. At this point, you know what? Fuck it, why not? Let's do this. Alright, so can I teleport at level 1 here? Oh no, they won't let you teleport as a level 1. Busted, broken game, trash, worthless. Alright, so okay, if I actually want to play around as a Dragoon, I will have to switch jobs, then teleport, and the whole mess. I would like to at least play around a little bit with Dragoon, like a little bit, right? I took the time to unlock it, so the least I can do is actually bother to use it some, I guess. Alright, so let's change main job to anything over level 10. I think like level 10, maybe 15 is the bare minimum you have to be to use the goblin teleports. So I just switched to something, and now... yeah, now I can just teleport. I kind of feel like if they're going with the idea that teleporting from the goblins in Juno, you don't have to be as high level. Like, if you want to teleport to places from your hometown, there's actually a pretty strict level requirement. Like, it's actually kind of strict. But from Juno, I think you can teleport anywhere from level 10 or 15, something low like that. But you need to be rank 3, so they just up the requirement in a different way. Also, nice, I think that's a summoner. Nice summoner garb there. Alright, so take me to the Ronfar, and then from the Ronfar I'll teleport straight into, yeah, straight back into Sandoria. Alright, so teleporting back to town. Also, Burn, if you believe certain parts of Twitter, that's already happened. Actually, you know what I would love? I would love if there's like a cereal, and it's just like it's microchippos, and it's just like microchip shaped cereal. Like I don't know. I would love that, and I feel like it would make certain people's heads just explode. Had to mute for a second there. Just FBI agent disguised as a PlayStation 5. Just a really it's just a box painted painted black with PS5 written on the side. I'm kind of wondering when they're gonna like get rid of the naming convention of the like the PS5, like the, you know, PS1 and 2 and even 3. That made sense, but I feel like from PlayStation 4 and onward, you're getting too high in the numbered sequels. You know, that's not to say that you should just pull an Xbox and like it's the Xbox One. Oh, you mean the first one? No. But I feel like maybe just call it something different. Like, just call it something different, right? Like, you come up with a new name. The Game Rectangle, I don't know. But I feel like just going from, like, you know, Thing 1, Thing 2, Thing 3, that's just lazy. That's it's just lazy. Alright, and I guess I'll keep, do I want to keep White Mage? No, you know what, let's go with, I don't know, let's do Thief, right? Go pure physical. Pure physical. Oh. Oh man, PS9 full VR. Oh. So real quick, there is a funny thing already with certain people in MMOs. Like, I remember I had seen it in FF14 before, and in a lot of other games, there's certain people, they play like an MMO, and they get like really paranoid that all the people around them are just like AI-generated bots and stuff. And it's because a lot of people, yeah, they either don't talk or they just like, they say really basic bitch things. That's normal, right? But, like, in this day and age, we're kind of at a point where people just, their immediate suspicion is, no, that's a robot. That ain't human. That's a toaster, it's a skin job. But that's maybe a little too much paranoia, at least for right now, anyway. Alright, it's okay, I got everything I wanted, but... Oh yeah, let's check the Moogle, see if any of my, any of the shit that I put up for sale from my grind session, let's see if any of that's, sold. Ooh, nice. Very nice. Some of it sold, at least. So, that's 15,760 gil in my box. Maybe more, we'll see. But yeah, that coral meat, oh look at that. So one sold for 6,000, and then the rest sold for, I guess, less than that. But that's okay. Any more? Ooh, yes. Nice. So not everything's sold, not yet. but up to 744,000. Wait, I've not seen this of people just pretending to be NPCs in real life. Like, I feel like people are a little too eager to welcome the future dystopia, you know? Like, they're too excited for it. Now, the funny thing is, like, even back in the day, I can think of a few games where people would, they'd pretend to be NPCs, like in Ultima Online, because Ultima Online barely distinguished between a player character and an NPC. So it was really easy to pretend to be an NPC. And, EverQuest. There were some things you could do in the original EverQuest that would sort of like if you had a pet and you were a necromancer, you could talk through your pet. There were things you could do to kind of spoof being an NPC. And that was fun. But it wasn't that people thought like you're some rogue AI, it's that they just thought, oh, this is like a really weird quest line, or oh, this is a GM doing an event or something, right? Like, they didn't jump to, oh, it's a robot. I remember at one point seeing a thing where it's like, oh, in the future, like, hey, I know how we'll solve the problem of, like, poor countries not having jobs. We'll just hire them to be NPCs in our video games. Like, so, like, the next Elder Scrolls game, when you hop on in, and you know, you have, like, random NPC talking about their sweet roll, like, no, that'll just be some, it'll be some wage slave in like Indonesia or something. This isn't dystopian at all. Not dystopian fiction at all. We're fine. Everything is fine. See, this is why I'm sitting here playing my old ass video game. Like, I don't have to worry about that here in Final Fantasy XI land. These problems don't concern me here in jagged pixel land. I'm okay. I mean, I do get the idea of, like, having, I don't know, like, actual, like, players for boss encounters or whatever. If you make it worth their while, right? Or even, I don't know, that could be like a really fun, I forget what they're called, but, like, you know, uneven PvP games, like, stuff like Dead by Daylight, right? Where, you know, one guy plays the killer and everybody else is the survivor. Things like that, but maybe with RPGs, like, that could be kind of fun, right? Where you join a match or whatever, and it's like, oh, you can choose to be the adventurer or the boss encounter. That could be fun, and not something that you need to farm out to, like, people in third world countries to do as a living. That's... You know, there's a way you could still make that be fun, right? Like, that's a half-decent idea, I think. Oh, got burned. Like, no, oh, brain into the video. Like, just, look, the computers of the future will just be brains in jars, and everyone will be A-okay with that. Alright, so hold up. I am now the Dragoon. So, let me call Wyvern. Yeah, there's my Eisenzahn. Alright. What is the Dragoon 2-hour? Spirit Surge. Add your Wyvern's strength to your own. Huh. That sounds cool. I don't know what it means exactly, but it sounds cool. So I wonder, can I command this thing, or does it just act on its own? So like right now, all I can do is I can tell it to go away. That's all I can do. Oh, burn a DBD style Dragon Ball Z. I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know. All right, so let me try out Dragoon. So does the pet just auto attack whatever I attack? Yeah. Okay, that's how it works. So I don't have to worry about like telling it what to do. That's in a way that's nice. So I guess I'll like, I don't know, get level 2, get a weapon skill, and the way I think the dragon works is whenever I fire off a weapon skill, it'll fire off its own weapon. Like, when I do a weapon skill, it'll do a breath attack. That's how I think it works, but I'm not 100% on that. But let me get level 2 and find out. I will say it is kind of fun just having like I just have a dragon pet now, right? Like I'm literal dragon knight. That's kind of fun. And at least so far, I mean, its damage isn't bad or anything. It's putting out acceptable damage. I feel like Dragoon might, in a way, like not as much as Beastmaster, but Dragoon might be a nice easy pet class. Maybe. I guess since the pet just kind of helps you out, you still have to gear, right? You can't skimp on gear like you can with Beastmaster. Oh, I have no weapon skill still, I guess, I guess I gotta get like level 3 or so. And yeah, I know about the sub-job affecting what the breath does, but I think it works differently if you're like, if you go with like a white mage sub for the healing breath. I'm not sure like how its usage is determined, if that's also by weapon skill or whatever, or your health percent, or like I don't know how it works, but I don't know, maybe I will play around with Dragoon more. It's never really been a class that I've cared to experiment with before, but I don't know. I unlocked it, I might give it a chance now. The quest was certainly something to get Dragoon, I'll say that. Lots of elf drama in that quest. Also, I wonder if the pet, like, I wonder if it's leveling up with me, or if, like, if I have to call Wyvern again as I level up. I have no idea if that thing levels up with me or not. I know the Beastmaster pets don't. You gotta resummon those. I wonder, maybe I should make it my mission to unlock and at the very least give a chance to all of the pet classes in the game. So that would be Beastmaster. I guess Dragoon technically counts as a pet class. Summoner. And then when it comes out, Puppet Master. I guess I'll have to give a chance to all the pets. Look at that, like, it is so instinctual for me as a Beastmaster main. It is so instinctual to, like, Alt 2 is my pet attack button. And I'm so used to hitting that as I engage in combat. It's weird to not have to tell the pet to attack. Like, it's really weird that the pet just fights on its own and I don't have to worry about that. Which is a good thing, I guess, but still. So my pet is still doing like 4 damage. I feel like it's not leveling up with me, which would mean I'd have to re-summon it. The thing is, though, I guess it normally wouldn't really be a problem because after like level 5, right? After like level 5 or so, maybe 10, that's a better. After like level 10, you're not going to be leveling up within 20 minutes, right? You're generally not going to be leveling up within a 20-minute time span after a certain point. But in these low levels, yeah, it's like I feel like my pet's not like it's still level 1, right? Also, I didn't reset my home point, so when I die, I'm gonna go straight back to Juno. Which is honestly fine. I kind of would prefer to play my Beastmaster some more. But, can I use a weapon skill now? Okay, I can fast blade now. But I don't know, like, that's just gonna instant kill this thing though, right? Like, I need to use it on an enemy that isn't gonna just drop dead. Maybe this one won't just die. Let's see. Fast blade! Ooh, lightning breath! Yeah! Oh man. Okay. Okay. So that's what happens when I use a weapon skill, then my pet uses a weapon skill that kind of coincides with whatever my sub-job is. Also, apparently the Wyvern Breath, apparently it weakens the enemy's elemental resistance, so if it uses Lightning Breath, does that mean, like, the enemy is weaker to lightning? Huh. I could see that being something you'd want to play around with. Like, I could totally see that being a thing that you, like, you purposefully try to get your pet to use a certain element, and then you have weapon skills that kind of coincide with that. I could see it. So, okay, I don't plan on doing any other big content for today, so, okay, what does the 2-hour do? Spirit Surge. What's this do? Oh my god, it just kills your pet instantly, that's what it does. So, you are imbued with the strength of the Wyvern. What does that mean exactly? Like, do I have new job abilities? Like, can I breathe fire now? Well, what does that mean? Are my, like, has it bumped my stats up? Not that I can see. What does it mean? Like, what does it mean when it say I have the power of the dragon? Like, yeah, I killed my pet, but okay, like, do I do a fuckload of damage now? Like, so that was 13. I've been attacking for 11, 12, 10. I don't really notice that my damage went up all that much. Like, I don't really understand what that did for me exactly. Like, what did eating my dragon do? I guess I'll have to look it up. The answer is I'll have to look it up on the wiki to find out what that did exactly. But the effect is over now. I feel like when it comes to the 2-hour abilities for the various jobs, I feel like they're really uneven. You know, some abilities feel like they pack a lot of punch, and then others barely feel like they do anything. Or they're just really situational, and the situation never comes up. Well, either way, let's see, how's my EXP? So I'm not even sure if I lose... I don't think I even lose EXP if I die at this level, right? Like, I'm pretty sure it's safe to just die. So I'm gonna find a higher level enemy, and I'm just gonna kill myself on it and return to Juno. That's the easy way back to Juno. So, will I use Dragoon? I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I'm not opposed to Dragoon as a class. It's more like there's other classes that I find to be a lot more interesting, and since leveling anything up in this game is a commitment, I don't really want to commit to a class that I'm just kind of meh about. At least not right now. Maybe once I've maxed out Beastmaster. Like, maybe when Beastmaster's level 75 and I'm tired, like, I don't want to beast no more, then maybe I'll go back and level up Dragoon, or a couple of... I can think of a couple of classes I'd maybe want to go back and level up later. But for now, going back to Juno and switching back to Beastmaster. Like, the thing is, especially with the inventory limits in this game, like, inventory is so tight. Like, you don't have space to run around with the gear for like a dozen different classes. You don't... There's no amount of inventory space for that. So you kind of have to choose, like, okay, what jobs do I really want to play, and then plan accordingly. Alright, so back to Beastmaster. And Thief is the secondary, because that's my level grinding setup right there. Okay, got my scythe, got my... I'm switching over to the... The rabbit it's a little cheaper, it lasts longer. It's my jug of choice. My gear really needs upgrading, I know, but for now it's fine. Alright, any more of my stuff sell? Why, yes! Yes, more of my goodies have sold. My Coeurl Whiskers sold for 12k. And oh yeah, I forgot about that, because I don't think I've ever made use of it. But there's like NPCs that can hold on to full sets of gear, right? My understanding of that system is like, okay, let's say, I'm not sure they'd even do it for lizard armor, but like, okay, let's say you have a full suit of lizard armor, right? So you get the full set and then you hand it to the NPC and they give you a ticket and you can exchange that for the full set. The problem with that though, the problem with that as kind of a gear bank system is that very rarely in this game do you have a full set of anything. I mean, hell, even at my level, right? Like, I mean, even with the shit gear that I have, it's mixed and matched, right? Like, pretty much at all levels in the game, you're mixing and matching gear. I cannot think of a single time where I would want to just have a full set of this, right? Like, of lizard armor or whatever. So the problem is you almost always mix and match your gear, and it doesn't really help with that, you know? I think that's the issue. But even then, it is a bit of a hassle. Like, if you really want to play multiple classes, it is kind of a problem in terms of inventory. I'd say if you only want to play like maybe 2 or 3 classes consistently, that's not, like, that's doable, I think. I think that's doable, but if you want to like, let's say you're really crazy and you want to play every single class in the game. Like, you want to treat it like, oh, the wife has returned, and she's hungry. Alright, but to finish my thought, like, so I'd say if you want to treat this like FF14, I don't think you can do that. Oh, the cats are... Oh, the cats are having a moment. Oh, they had a nice little interaction. So I'd say if you want to treat this like FF14, I don't think you can. I don't think there's enough inventory and storage to play every class in the game at the same time and have equipment for all of them just ready to go. I don't think that's possible. It would certainly be interesting, but maybe someone will prove me wrong. Maybe if you have lots of alts and you just use them to store your gear, maybe? But yeah, I think, yeah, Burn, I think the way that 11 works is they want you to really, like, they want you to be free to experiment with all of the classes. Like, you can freely change around as much as you want, but I think the idea is they want you to find the class that fits best for you and commit to that. Maybe one or, you know, maybe like, I'd say no more than 3 with the inventory available. But I would say that the game wants you to choose, and that's hard, but at least you don't have to make a whole new character, and if you want to change, at least it lets you do that. Alright, but... Oh. I'm being meowed at, so... Alright, let's get out of here. I guess it's dinner time.
Yes.
But, so I guess I'll see you guys the next one. Things have cooled down here and the allergies are a little less bad, so I can more reliably stream. So we'll try and make a habit of it again, but well, I defeat them both kind of here. Alright, so till next time, I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.